There is a part of you that has never been lost. It has been here the whole time, beneath the noise of the day, beneath the weight of everything you carried, beneath every thought that told you something was wrong or missing or incomplete. There is a part of you that has simply been waiting. Quietly. Patiently. The way starlight waits on the other side of a closed window, present, unchanged, unhurried. Tonight, that window opens. You don't need to do anything to earn this. You don't need to arrive here in a particular state or leave behind a certain kind of day. You are welcome here exactly as you are, tired, or restless, or soft with the last hours of evening. All of it is welcome. All of you is welcome. This is not something being done to you. This is something you are remembering. A frequency you have always carried. A light that was never extinguished, only sometimes forgotten. And tonight, in the quietness, in the gentle dark, you are going to remember again. Let your body begin to settle. Let your breath move slowly, easily, without effort or instruction. There is nothing to control here. There is nothing to fix. You can simply arrive. Rest the weight of your thoughts the way you might set down something heavy you've been holding for a very long time. You don't have to carry it tonight. Tonight, you are held. Feel the surface beneath you. The gentle support of it. Notice how it receives you completely, without judgment, without condition. And let that be the first reminder of what tonight is about. You are supported. You are received. You are, in this moment, exactly where you are meant to be. Somewhere beyond the ceiling above you, beyond the walls that hold this room, beyond every boundary and border you have ever known, there is something vast and luminous and deeply, tenderly alive. And it knows your name. Not the name others call you. The name beneath that. The one that was given before you arrived in this body, in this life, in this particular and beautiful story. Tonight you are going to hear it again. If these nightly meditations bring you peace, and help you return to yourself at the end of each day, you are always welcome to come back. This space will be here for you, tomorrow night, and every night after that. Settle in now. Let your eyes grow still behind their lids. Let the room around you soften and recede. We are going to begin, very gently, very slowly, together. The window is open. The starlight is already here. You are here. That is enough. That is everything. You don't need to have arrived perfectly or prepared yourself in any particular way. The simple fact that you are here, that some quiet part of you chose this, chose stillness, chose rest, chose to return to yourself at the end of this day, that choice is already the beginning of something beautiful. So let's start there. With you. Exactly as you are. Begin by noticing your breath. Not changing it. Not deepening it or slowing it down by force. Simply noticing it. The way it moves in and out of your body like the most natural, effortless thing in the world, because it is. Your body has been breathing your entire life without being asked. Without being reminded. It knows how to do this. It has always known. And tonight, you can trust it completely. Let your next exhale be just a little longer than the one before it. Not dramatic. Not effortful. Just a gentle extension, like a sigh that has been waiting quietly all day for permission to finally leave. Let it go now. Let it all go with that breath, the meetings, the conversations, the decisions, the moments you replayed too many times, the things you said and the things you didn't. All of it can ride out on this breath. You don't need any of it tonight. And as that exhale ends, feel the natural pause before the next breath arrives. That small, still space. Rest there for just a moment. Notice how in that pause there is no past and no future. There is only this. Only now. Only the quiet darkness behind your eyes and the soft weight of your body and the faint, faraway feeling of starlight somewhere above you, waiting, patient, warm. Breathe in now. Slowly. Easily. Let the breath fill the lower part of your lungs first. Feel your belly rise gently, softly, like the surface of still water disturbed by nothing more than a whisper. Then feel it rise into your chest, into your shoulders. And then exhale again, slowly, completely, releasing everything that rose with the tension of the day. Good. Just like that. We are going to move through your body now, very slowly, very gently, not to fix anything, not to change anything, but simply to visit each part of you with attention and care. Because your body has worked today. It has carried you through everything this day asked of you. It has held your stress and your effort and your emotion in its muscles and its bones and its quiet internal spaces. And now it deserves to be acknowledged. To be thanked. To be released. So bring your awareness now to the very top of your head. The crown. Feel the skin there, the subtle weight of it, the warmth. And simply breathe into it. Imagine your breath is not just air but light, soft, golden, tender. The color of late afternoon sun through thin curtains. Let that light pour gently into the crown of your head and notice, with your next exhale, a gentle releasing. A softening. As though every tiny muscle at the top of your skull has just remembered that it doesn't need to be held so tightly. That it can, at last, let go. Feel that softening spread now across your forehead. Your brow. So many thoughts have passed through here today. So much processing, planning, worrying, remembering. Let all of that be still now. Feel the space between your eyebrows grow smooth and open. Let your eyes rest completely behind their closed lids, not pressed shut, not straining, just resting. Soft. Easy. The muscles around your eyes releasing like hands that have finally unclenched after holding on for too long. Feel it move into your cheeks. Your jaw. Notice if there is any tension held in your jaw, and there often is, because we carry so much there, so much that was almost said, so much that was swallowed back down, so much that needed release and didn't find it during the day. Let your jaw soften now. Let your teeth part slightly. Let the muscles along the sides of your face grow heavy and warm and completely, beautifully relaxed. Feel your lips soften. Your tongue rest gently in your mouth. Your throat open and easy, each breath moving through it freely, without effort, without strain. And now your neck. The back of your neck, where so much tension gathers, the weight of the head, the burden of the day, the invisible pressure of everything you were holding up. Feel that weight now acknowledged, honored, and gently, slowly released. Imagine the muscles at the back of your neck as long, soft ribbons of warmth, unwinding, elongating, resting completely into the support beneath you. Let that softening flow down now into your shoulders. Your shoulders have carried so much. Not just physically, though they have done that too, but energetically. The invisible weight of responsibility, of caring, of being present for others, of holding the shape of a person who is capable and strong. You can put that down now. You can let your shoulders fall. Let them drop away from your ears, away from that unconscious bracing position they return to so easily. Let them sink, heavy, warm, utterly surrendered, into whatever is supporting you. Feel your upper arms grow heavy now. Your elbows. Your forearms. Notice the weight of your hands, how real and solid they feel, resting wherever they are resting. Your fingers. Each one. Let them curl slightly, naturally, the way hands do when a person is deeply, peacefully asleep. There is nothing to hold tonight. Nothing to grip. You can release everything your hands have been carrying, seen and unseen, and simply let them rest. Breathe here for a moment. Feel the upper half of your body heavy and soft and warm. Feel the light still moving through you, that tender golden luminosity, pouring in with each breath, releasing with each exhale everything that no longer needs to be here. Now bring your awareness to your chest. Your heart space. This place carries so much, love and longing and grief and tenderness and the particular ache of being a human being who feels things deeply. Just acknowledge it tonight. You don't need to examine what lies there or untangle it or understand it. Just place your awareness there like a warm hand. And breathe. In and out. Feel your heart beating, steady, faithful, present. It has beaten for you every single moment of your life without being asked. Without needing anything from you in return. Just beating. Just sustaining you. Just loving you in the most fundamental, wordless way possible. Let your chest soften around that beating. Let the ribs expand gently with each breath, then release. Expand and release. Like the slow, patient rhythm of the ocean. Like something that has been doing this forever and will continue long after tonight. Feel the softening move into your upper back now. Between your shoulder blades, another place where we hold so much. Tension, unexpressed emotion, the physical memory of stress. Let it all begin to dissolve now. Imagine the muscles there as something thick and warm, like honey left in sunlight, slowly releasing, spreading, softening, surrendering completely to gravity and to rest. Your middle back now. Your lower back. The lumbar region that supports so much of your physical structure, let it sink. Let it be held. You don't have to support yourself right now. The surface beneath you is doing that. The earth itself, far below, is doing that. You are held from underneath by something ancient and solid and completely trustworthy. Feel that. Really feel it. The ground receiving you. The world holding you up even as you sleep. Let your awareness move now into your abdomen. This soft, vulnerable center of your body. Feel it rise and fall with each breath, gently, easily, without effort. Notice how it softens with each exhale. How the belly, when we finally allow it, becomes completely relaxed, no longer held in, no longer braced, just resting in its natural state, warm and soft and easy. Your hips now. The bowl of your pelvis. This is where we store so much, ancient tension, unprocessed emotion, the physical holding of years of living. Let it all begin to release. Feel your hips heavy against the surface beneath you. Let them fall open slightly, naturally, the way a sleeping body does. Feel the release traveling down into the tops of your thighs. Your thighs growing heavy now. Warm. The large muscles there, powerful, capable, tired from carrying you through this day, finally allowed to rest completely. Feel them soften. Feel the weight of them. Heavy and warm and deeply, peacefully still. Your knees. Your shins. The delicate architecture of your ankles. And your feet, your faithful, tireless feet that have carried you through every single day of your life. Feel them now. Heavy. Warm. The soles releasing, the toes uncurling, every small bone and joint finally surrendered to rest. Your whole body now. From the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Heavy. Soft. Warm. Held. Every muscle released. Every joint at ease. Every cell in your body bathed in that quiet golden light that has been moving through you this whole time, and is still moving, still flowing, still tending to you with the most extraordinary care. You are not doing anything right now. You are simply being. And being is enough. Being is more than enough. Being, in fact, is everything. Feel the weight of your body against the surface beneath you. Feel how completely you are supported. And let that support remind you of something deeper, something the body knows even when the mind forgets. You are not alone in this. You have never been alone in this. There is something that holds you, something vast and warm and luminous, that has been holding you your entire life, whether or not you were aware of it. Tonight, you are aware of it. Tonight, you can feel it. Breathe into that feeling. Let it spread through your body like warmth through cold hands. Like first light moving across a dark room. Like starlight, quiet, ancient, tender, finding its way through an open window and resting, softly, on everything it touches. That light is touching you now. Feel it. Your body is safe. Your body is held. Your body is exactly where it needs to be, resting, releasing, returning to its natural state of ease and wholeness. There is nothing required of it tonight. No performance, no endurance, no effort. Only this. Only the soft, rhythmic breathing. Only the heaviness. Only the warmth. Only the deep, cellular knowing that you are safe. Let that knowing settle all the way down into your bones now. Into the marrow. Into the most fundamental level of your physical being. You are safe. You are held. You are loved in a way that requires nothing from you, not your achievements, not your perfection, not your strength. Just you. Just this. Just the simple, extraordinary fact of your existence. Rest here now for a little while. Just breathing. Just being. Just letting the body do what it knows how to do, release, restore, renew. With every breath, going a little deeper. With every exhale, letting go of a little more. Deeper and deeper into the most beautiful, most natural rest. The starlight is still there. Still pouring softly through that open window. Still falling on you with infinite patience and infinite warmth. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to become anything. You are already, in this moment, exactly whole. Rest now. We will continue together, gently, slowly, into the next part of this journey. But for now, just this. Just the breath. Just the body. Just the light. Just you, finally, beautifully, completely at rest. Something is ready to leave you tonight. You may not know exactly what it is. You may not be able to name it or trace it back to its origin or explain it in words that would make sense to anyone else. That's alright. You don't need to understand it to release it. You only need to be willing. And the fact that you are here, that you have stayed, that some quiet and courageous part of you chose to continue, that is willingness enough. So let's begin there. With that willingness. With the simple, tender act of showing up for yourself at the end of a day that asks so much of you. Take a breath now. A slow, easy breath. And as you exhale, just notice, is there anything sitting in your chest that feels heavier than it should? Any tightness that has made its home there without being invited? Any emotion that has been waiting patiently all day for a moment of quiet in which to finally be felt? You don't need to name it. You don't need to analyze it or fix it or make it make sense. Just notice it. Just acknowledge that it is there. Because so often the heaviest things we carry are the things we never stopped long enough to acknowledge. The feelings we moved past because there was too much to do. The grief we set aside because this wasn't the time. The longing we tucked away because it felt too vulnerable, too large, too much. Tonight, there is time. Tonight, this is the time. Breathe into whatever you are noticing. Not to amplify it. Not to sink into it and be swept away. But simply to let it know that you see it. That you are not afraid of it. That it is safe here, in this quiet space, in this dark and gentle hour, to simply exist without being pushed away or managed or explained. You are safe with your own feelings tonight. All of them. Even the ones that don't feel comfortable or beautiful or spiritual. Even the ones that feel messy and contradictory and too human. Especially those. Because those are the ones that most need this. Most need the warmth of your own acknowledgement. Most need to hear from you, in the silence of this night, I see you. I am not afraid of you. You are welcome here. Say that to yourself now, if you can. Not with words necessarily, but with the quality of your attention. With the way you are breathing. With the gentle willingness to simply feel what is there without running from it. Feel the weight of the day beginning to lift now. Not all at once. Slowly. The way fog lifts from water in early morning, not dramatically, not with force, but gradually, softly, as the warmth increases. As the light increases. As you allow yourself to be warmer and more open than you were just a moment ago. Think, if you can, of one moment from today that cost you something emotionally. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be a crisis. It might be something small, a misunderstanding, a moment of loneliness, a flash of self-doubt, a flicker of sadness that you didn't have time to sit with. Whatever comes to mind first. Whatever your inner self offers you quietly in this moment. Hold it gently. The way you would hold something fragile. Not gripping it, not examining it harshly in the cold light of analysis. Just holding it with soft hands and a soft heart. And breathe. Now imagine that moment, that feeling, that weight, as something with a physical quality. Perhaps it is a color. A dark blue, or a deep gray, or a heavy, murky brown. Perhaps it has a texture, thick, or dense, or tangled. Perhaps it has a location in your body, your chest, your throat, your stomach. Wherever it lives, find it. Feel it honestly. And then, very gently, begin to breathe light into it. That warm, luminous light that is always moving through you. That starlight quality, that tender golden warmth. Breathe it directly into the place where you are holding this feeling. And with each exhale, imagine that the darkness of it, not the feeling itself, but the density, the stuck quality, the holding, begins to soften. Just slightly. Just a little. Like ice at the very first suggestion of spring. You are not erasing what you felt. You are not pretending it didn't happen. You are not bypassing the realness of your experience with false positivity or spiritual performance. You are simply, and this is a profound and sacred act, you are simply allowing it to move. Because emotions are not meant to be stored. They are meant to move through us, like weather moves through the sky. And when we hold them too tightly, when we have no space or time or permission to feel them, they accumulate. They become heavy. They become the unnamed weight that sits in our chests at the end of long days. Tonight, we give them permission to move. Breathe in the light. Breathe out the density. Again. In, warmth, openness, space. Out, heaviness, holding, the accumulated weight of a day lived in full. Keep breathing like this for a little while. There is no rush. There is nowhere else to be. The night is long and patient and entirely yours. As you continue breathing, notice if the feeling is shifting. It may not dissolve completely, and that's all right. Emotional release is rarely instantaneous. But notice if there is even a small softening. A slight loosening. A tiny increase in the sense of space around your heart. If there is, that is real. That is significant. That is you, tending to yourself with extraordinary care. Now bring to mind, if you are willing, something from further back. Not necessarily from today. Something older. A hurt that has been living in you for a while, weeks, months, perhaps years. Something that left a mark. A relationship that ended painfully. A loss that changed the shape of things. A version of yourself that you grieve. A dream that didn't unfold the way you hoped. A moment when you felt unseen, or unheard, or not enough. Be gentle with yourself as you approach this. You are not here to tear open old wounds. You are here to sit beside them with kindness. To let the part of you that has been carrying this old pain know that you haven't forgotten it. That you are aware of it. That you honor it, because it is part of your story, part of the texture of who you have become, part of the beautiful and complex truth of your human experience. Whatever this older pain is, let it be present now. Let it rise if it wants to rise. Let it be felt, whatever feeling it brings. Grief, or anger, or longing, or that particular quiet sadness that doesn't have a name but that you would recognize anywhere because it lives so close to the center of you. You are safe to feel this. Nothing bad will happen if you feel this. In fact, and this is the truth that your higher self has always known, in fact, feeling it is the only way through it. Not around it. Not over it. Through. And through is not as frightening as it seems from the outside. Through, with breath and light and the quality of loving attention you are bringing right now, through is actually quite gentle. Quite tender. Quite soft. Breathe with it now. Whatever is rising. Let it be as big as it actually is, don't compress it, don't make it polite or manageable. Let it have its full size, here in the safe darkness of this night, here in the private space of your own interior. And then breathe the light through it. All the way through. Warm and patient and luminous. And now, forgiveness. Not forced. Not performed. Not the kind of forgiveness that grits its teeth and says the words without meaning them. But the real kind. The quiet kind. The kind that begins not with the other person but with yourself. Because so much of what we carry is not just about what others did or didn't do. It is about what we told ourselves in response. The stories we wrote about what it meant. About who we are. About whether we deserved better. About whether we were too much or not enough or somehow responsible for the pain that came to us. Tonight, you can gently begin to release those stories. You can look at the narrative you built around your hurt, the one that has been running quietly in the background for days or months or years, and you can say, softly, without drama, this story has served its purpose. It protected me when I needed protecting. It made sense of something that was painful and confusing. I am grateful for it. And now, gently, lovingly, I am ready to set it down. You don't have to carry the story anymore. The event happened. It was real. Your feelings about it are real. But the story, the looping, repeating interpretation that keeps the wound open, that you can release. That you can breathe out into the dark and let dissolve like mist. Breathe it out now. That old story. That old weight. That old version of yourself that needed to hold on so tightly to the hurt because letting go felt like losing something, even if what you were losing was the pain itself. Let it go. Slowly. Tenderly. With enormous compassion for yourself. For the person you were when you first picked it up. For the way you survived what you survived, and kept going, and kept being here, and kept trying. That person deserved more gentleness than the world sometimes gave them. Give it to yourself now. Right now. In this quiet space, in this tender dark, with the starlight falling softly through the open window. You are doing something brave tonight. Feeling your feelings fully is one of the most courageous things a human being can do. In a world that constantly offers distraction and numbing and busyness as alternatives, choosing to feel, choosing to be present with your own interior life, is an act of genuine spiritual courage. And you are doing it. Right now. You are here. Feel the space in your chest beginning to open a little more with each breath. Feel the quality of the air inside you becoming cleaner, lighter, more spacious. As though a window has been opened not just in the room but inside you, and a fresh, sweet breeze is moving through, carrying away what is stale and heavy and no longer needed, and bringing in something clean and alive and full of quiet possibility. That is what emotional release feels like. Not dramatic. Not cathartic in a loud or painful way. Just space. Just the gentle, extraordinary sensation of having put something down that you have been carrying for too long. Just the quiet relief of being a little lighter than you were before. Rest in that lightness now. Let your body reflect it, softer, more open, more easeful with each breath. Let your heart be a little more spacious than it was when we began this chapter. Let whatever needed to move tonight have moved, as much as it was ready to, as much as you were ready to allow. You have tended to yourself with such care tonight. Such genuine, loving care. And your inner self, the part of you that needed this, that has been waiting for this quiet and spacious moment, that part of you is grateful. Is softer. Is beginning, in the most beautiful and subtle way, to trust you a little more. Because this is what trust is built on, not grand gestures, but these quiet moments of showing up for yourself. Of choosing, at the end of a hard day, to feel rather than to numb. To open rather than to close. To let the starlight in. It is always there. That light. Patient and ancient and completely without judgment. It doesn't care what you felt today or how you handled it or whether you did it gracefully. It simply shines. It simply waits. It simply pours itself through whatever opening you are willing to create. Tonight you created one. And the light came in. Breathe that in now. Let it fill every space that just emptied. Every corner of you that just released something heavy, let it fill with this. With warmth. With luminosity. With the quiet, certain knowledge that you are not broken by what you have felt. You are not diminished by your pain. You are not less because you have been hurt or confused or lost. You are, if anything, more. More open. More real. More fully and beautifully human. And your humanity, all of it, the tender and the difficult and the uncertain, is not a flaw in your spiritual nature. It is an expression of it. You chose to come here. To this life. To this particular and extraordinary human experience, with all its textures and challenges and heartbreaks and joys. And you are living it. Fully. Bravely. With more grace than you give yourself credit for. Rest in that now. The fullness of who you are. The realness of your experience. The beauty of your willingness to feel it all and to still be here, still breathing, still reaching toward the light. Still here. Still whole. Still loved, endlessly, quietly, completely, by something far larger than the story of any single day. The starlight knows your name. And it is saying it now, softly, as you rest. As you release. As you drift, a little lighter than before, into the deeper quiet that is waiting for you. We will go there together. Gently. Slowly. But for now, just breathe. Just feel the space you have made. Just rest in the extraordinary tenderness of having shown up for yourself tonight. That is enough. That is more than enough. That is everything. You are not alone in this. You have never been alone in this. Not for a single moment of your life, not in the brightest moments, not in the darkest ones, not in the long and quiet in-between spaces where you weren't sure what you were feeling or where you were going or whether any of it was leading somewhere meaningful. Not once, in all of that, were you ever without this. Without what surrounds you right now. Without what has always been here. You may not have always been able to feel it. That is understandable. Life is loud. The mind is busy. The demands of being a human being in a physical world are relentless and consuming, and they ask so much of your attention that the subtler things, the quieter presences, the softer frequencies, can become difficult to perceive. Like trying to see starlight in the middle of the day. It doesn't mean the stars aren't there. It only means the light around you was too bright to see them. But tonight the day has quieted. Tonight the noise has receded. Tonight you are lying still in the gentle dark, and the conditions are exactly right for perceiving what has always been present. What has never left. What will never leave. Feel it now. Begin at the edges of your awareness and feel it there, something soft and vast, like the quality of the air just before dawn. Something that doesn't announce itself loudly or demand your attention dramatically, but is simply, unmistakably, there. A presence. A warmth. A luminous and protective something that exists at the very periphery of your sensing and, as you turn your attention toward it, becomes just slightly more defined. Just slightly more real. Breathe into that awareness. Let it grow. Imagine now that you are lying exactly where you are, in this room, in this bed, in this body, and that around you, beginning just at the boundaries of your physical form, there is light. Not a harsh or blinding light. Nothing dramatic or overwhelming. Simply a soft, luminous radiance. The color of starlight diffused through thin clouds. The quality of moonlight on still water. Gentle. Pervasive. Warm in a way that has nothing to do with temperature and everything to do with presence. This light is not something you are generating. You don't need to create it or maintain it or concentrate hard enough to keep it there. It is simply what is. It has always been what is. You are becoming aware of it tonight, perhaps more clearly than you have in a long time, but your awareness of it doesn't bring it into existence. It was already here. It will always be here. Feel it at your feet first. A soft luminosity surrounding them, encasing them gently, the way warm water surrounds your hands when you lower them slowly into a bath. Feel the warmth of it. The gentleness of it. There is nothing in this light that wants anything from you. There is nothing in it that judges or evaluates or measures. It simply holds. It simply shines. It simply loves you in that most fundamental, wordless, unconditional way. Let it rise now. Slowly, from your feet upward. Surrounding your ankles, your shins, your knees. Moving up through your legs like a tide coming gently in, unhurried, inevitable, safe. Feel it at your hips, your waist, your abdomen. Feel it surrounding your chest like the most tender embrace you have ever received. Not constricting. Not heavy. Just present. Just warm. Just completely, absolutely there. Feel it at your shoulders now. Surrounding your arms, your hands, your fingers. Rising to your throat, your jaw, the crown of your head. Until you are entirely, completely, softly held within it. Cocooned in luminosity. Wrapped in something ancient and loving and utterly without threat. You are inside something protective right now. Something real. Whether you call it the divine, or the universe, or infinite consciousness, or simply love, the name matters less than the feeling. And the feeling is this: you are enclosed in something that will not let anything harm you tonight. Nothing that does not serve your highest good can reach you here. Nothing that carries the frequency of fear or harm or darkness can penetrate this light. Not tonight. Not in this space. Not while you rest in this luminous, loving enclosure. Let your body respond to that. Feel it in your muscles, a further releasing, a deeper softening. The body knows the difference between safe and unsafe. It has always known. It has been tracking that difference your entire life, often without your conscious awareness. And right now, your body knows that it is safe. Profoundly, completely, unambiguously safe. Let it relax into that knowledge all the way down. Into the deepest layers of physical tension you didn't even know you were holding. Into the ancient, cellular vigilance that keeps us braced against a world that can sometimes feel dangerous and unpredictable. You can release that vigilance tonight. It has served you. It has protected you in its own way, in its own time. But tonight you have a different kind of protection. A deeper kind. One that doesn't require your effort or your alertness or your constant readiness to respond. One that simply asks you to receive it. To lie still. To breathe. To trust. Can you trust this? Even a little. Even just for tonight. You don't have to understand it completely to trust it. You don't have to be able to explain it or defend it or locate it precisely. Trust, at its most essential, is not an intellectual position. It is a felt sense. A quality of surrender. A willingness to let go of the handholds and discover that something else is already holding you. Let go of the handholds now. Just for tonight. Just in this soft and luminous space. Let yourself be held by something larger than your own understanding. Feel the light around you now as not just warmth but also intelligence. As though it knows you. As though it has always known you, not just the surface of you, not just the person you present to the world, but the deep interior of you. The private self. The self that has hopes it's almost afraid to speak aloud. The self that has wounds it's still tending. The self that sometimes, in the quietest moments, feels the immensity of being alive and doesn't quite know what to do with that feeling. That self is known. Completely. Without judgment. Without reservation. The light that surrounds you right now has known that self for longer than you have. It knew you before you arrived in this body, before you took your first breath, before you were given a name and a story and a place in the world. It knew the essence of you, the irreducible, luminous, eternal essence, and it loved what it knew. It loves what it knows now. Breathe that in. Let it be real for you, as much as you are able. The extraordinary possibility that you are known, truly, deeply, completely known, and loved in direct proportion to that knowing. Not despite your complexity, not in spite of your struggles and contradictions and imperfections. But including all of that. Loving all of that. Holding all of that in the same warm, patient, luminous regard. You are loved like starlight loves the earth. Not personally, not selectively, not conditionally, just completely. Just by nature. Just because that is what light does. It shines. It reaches. It illuminates everything it touches without choosing which things deserve its warmth and which do not. You deserve its warmth. You have always deserved its warmth. Whatever story you have been told, by others, by the world, by the critical voice inside your own mind, whatever story suggested otherwise was not the truth. This is the truth. This warm, luminous, complete and unconditional love surrounding you right now. This is what is real. Let it in deeper now. Let the light not just surround you but begin to permeate you. Feel it moving through the boundary of your skin, softly, with permission, with the most exquisite gentleness, and beginning to fill you from the inside. Not replacing anything. Not overriding anything. Simply adding itself to you. Simply contributing its warmth and its luminosity to the interior of your being. Feel it in your chest first. That space around your heart that has been working so hard, feeling so much, carrying so much. Feel the light filling it now like sunlight fills a room when the curtains are finally, fully opened. warm and complete and gently dazzling. Every shadow in that space illuminated, not harshly, not exposingly, but with the kind of light that makes everything look beautiful. That makes even the difficult things beautiful. That reveals not the flaws but the extraordinary, intricate realness of everything it touches. Your heart is beautiful. Even in its woundedness. Even in its complexity. Even in the places where it has been broken and mended and broken again. The mending is part of the beauty. The scars are part of the story. And the story, your story, is one of extraordinary courage and extraordinary love and an extraordinary willingness to keep opening, keep feeling, keep reaching toward connection even when connection has sometimes caused pain. That willingness is sacred. It is one of the most sacred things about you. Feel the light honoring it now. Feel it moving through your whole body, chest, belly, limbs, all the way to your fingertips and the soles of your feet. Feel yourself, from the inside out, becoming luminous. Not because you have done anything to earn it. Not because you have reached some level of spiritual attainment or purified yourself of all the things you wish you were different. But simply because this is what you are, beneath everything else. Beneath the roles and the stories and the wounds and the striving. Beneath all of it. You are light. You have always been light. You are remembering it tonight. And around that inner light, the outer light continues to hold you. Layers of it, intimate and vast simultaneously, tender and cosmic at once. Like the starlight coming through your window, which is both infinitely far away and somehow, impossibly, right here. Right here on your skin. Right here in this room. Right here with you in the most personal and immediate way. Nothing can harm what is held in this light tonight. Nothing can diminish it, or damage it, or take it from you. You can sleep inside this protection with every cell of your body relaxed and every layer of your being at ease. You can release the guardedness. The vigilance. The background hum of readiness that never quite turns off. It can turn off tonight. You are safe at a level that goes far deeper than the physical. You are safe in your soul. And your soul, that luminous, indestructible, endlessly beloved essence of you, your soul has never been in danger. Not really. Not at the level that matters most. Because what you truly are cannot be harmed. Cannot be diminished. Cannot be lost. Rest in that now. The absolute safety of your own essential nature. The invulnerability of the light that you are. Let your body receive that truth and soften around it completely. Let your mind release its last few threads of alertness and drift, gently, into the warm and luminous space that is waiting for it. You are held. You are known. You are loved. You are protected, not by anything fragile or contingent or dependent on circumstances going a particular way, but by something that existed before circumstances and will exist long after them. Something that is woven into the fabric of reality itself. Something that, at its most essential, is simply this, the fact that you exist. The fact that your existence is not accidental. The fact that there is light in you and light around you and light above you and below you and in every direction your awareness could possibly reach. The window is open. The starlight is everywhere. And you, beloved, luminous, completely protected you, are resting right in the middle of it. Breathe. Release. Trust. You are safe tonight. Completely, profoundly, eternally safe. And that safety will still be here when you wake. It will be here tomorrow, and every day after that, and in every night that follows this one. Because it is not something that visits you. It is something you carry. Something you are. Something that no experience and no difficulty and no passage of time can ever take from you. Sleep inside that knowing now. Let it be the last thing your waking mind holds before it drifts gently into the deeper waters of rest. Let it be the ground you are lying on, the walls that hold this space, the soft and starlit air you are breathing. You are protected. You are loved. You are home. Always, in the deepest sense, you are home. There is something I want to tell you. Not as a correction. Not as a counter to something you have done wrong or thought wrong or believed wrong. But as a reminder. As something your deepest self already knows and has always known, even in the moments when it felt completely unreachable, even in the moments when the opposite felt more true than anything else in the world. You are enough. Not almost enough. Not enough if you improve this particular thing or achieve that particular goal or finally become the version of yourself you have been working toward for so long. Not enough conditionally, or temporarily, or pending some future review. Enough right now. Enough as you are. Enough in this body, in this life, in this moment, with everything you have done and left undone, with everything you are proud of and everything you wish were different. Enough. Completely. Without qualification. Let those words land somewhere real in you. Don't rush past them. Don't let your mind immediately generate the list of evidence to the contrary, and it may want to, because that is what minds do, especially minds that have spent years absorbing messages about inadequacy and unworthiness, messages that came from outside but eventually began to feel like they were coming from within. Let that impulse be gentle tonight. Let it rest. And just, for this moment, for this breath, let the possibility that you are enough be as real as anything else you believe about yourself. Breathe it in. The simple, radical, life-changing truth of your own enoughness. This is where we begin tonight. Because so much of what keeps us from feeling the spiritual connection we long for, the deep, luminous, intimate connection with something larger than ourselves that is the whole journey of this night, so much of what creates distance between us and that connection is the quiet, persistent belief that we are not quite worthy of it. That the divine, or the universe, or whatever we call that vast and loving intelligence, is somehow reserving its fullest presence for people who have done more, become more, cleared more, healed more. People who are further along. People who are better. And that belief is simply not true. It has never been true. It could not be true, because worthiness is not a ladder you climb toward. It is the ground you are already standing on. It is not something you earn through spiritual practice or personal development or the accumulation of good choices. It is something you were given at the moment of your existence. Something intrinsic. Something that cannot be revoked. You were born worthy. You have remained worthy through everything. You will always be worthy. That is not a reward. It is simply the nature of what you are. Feel that now. Feel it as a physical sensation if you can, a settling, a grounding, a sense of the floor beneath you becoming more solid. The sense of standing, or lying, resting, being, on ground that is real and firm and utterly dependable. The ground of your own worth. The bedrock of your own value. Something that the events of your life have layered over with doubt and confusion and pain but have never, not once, actually touched. It is still there. It has always been there. Feel it now. Let's go deeper into this. Because the mind that absorbed messages of unworthiness didn't do so in a single moment. It happened gradually, across years and experiences and relationships and small daily accumulations of evidence that seem to suggest, you are not quite right. You are not quite enough. Something about you needs to be different before you can fully belong, fully be loved, fully be valued. Where did you first learn that? You don't need to find the precise memory, just notice if there is a sense, somewhere in your body, of the first time you understood that love might be conditional. That approval had to be earned. That your natural self, as it arrived in the world, was somehow insufficient and required adjustment. That moment, whenever it was, however it came, was a lie. A well-intentioned lie sometimes, a cruel one other times, but a lie regardless. Because the child you were before that moment, the self that existed before it learned to doubt itself, that self was whole, was worthy, was enough in every possible way. And that self is still in you. Still present. Still whole beneath everything that accumulated on top of it. Tonight we are breathing light into those layers. Tonight we are gently, lovingly beginning to dissolve the beliefs that were never yours to begin with. The beliefs that were handed to you by people who were themselves carrying wounds, themselves operating from their own inherited stories of unworthiness and lack. They gave you what they had. And some of what they had was not the truth. The truth is this. And let it move through you slowly, let each part of it settle before the next arrives. You are enough. You are worthy of love, not the conditional kind that comes and goes depending on your performance, but the real kind. The kind that doesn't require anything from you. The kind that exists simply because you exist. You are valuable. Not because of what you produce or achieve or contribute. Not because of how useful you are or how well you manage the needs of others. Not because of your appearance or your intelligence or your talent or your spiritual advancement. You are valuable because you are a unique and irreplaceable expression of life itself. Because there has never been another you and there never will be. Because the particular configuration of consciousness and experience and depth and sensitivity and humor and longing and love that makes you you, that has never existed before in the entire history of the universe and will never exist again. That is not nothing. That is extraordinary. That is, in fact, everything. Breathe that in. Your own irreplaceability. Your own absolute uniqueness. The fact that the universe, in its billions of years and its billions of expressions, has only ever made one of you. Has only ever spoken this particular word once. Has only ever shown in this particular way once. You are a once-in-eternity event. And you are worthy of your own recognition of that fact. Let's work with the affirmations now. Not as performances. Not as positive thinking overlaid on unexamined beliefs. But as invitations. As gentle, persistent, luminous invitations for your deeper self to remember what it already knows. Breathe in slowly. And as you exhale, let these words move through you like warm water through a tight space, not forcing, not demanding, just flowing. Finding the places where the old beliefs have hardened and bringing just enough warmth to begin, very slowly, they're dissolving. I am enough. Feel that. Really feel it. Not just as words but as a physical reality. The enoughness of you. The completeness of you as you are right now in this moment. Not as a destination but as a present tense truth. I am enough. Right now. In this body. In this life. As this person. Enough. I deserve love. Let that one be gentle with you. Because this one can be harder. Because the wounds around deserving love are often the deepest ones. So don't force it. Don't demand that you believe it completely right now. Just hold it. Just let it be a possibility you are willing to explore. I deserve love. Not because I have earned it. Not because I have been good enough or kind enough or spiritual enough. But because I am alive. Because I am here. Because love is not a reward, it is a birthright. I deserve love. Breathe it in. Let it touch whatever in you resists it. And be kind to that resistance. It is only trying to protect you from the pain of wanting something and not receiving it. It learned, somewhere along the way, that wanting love was dangerous. That needing love made you vulnerable. And so it built walls. And those walls have served their purpose. But tonight, in this safety, in this light, you can let them be a little lower. Just a little. Just enough to let this in. I deserve love. I am worthy. Worthy of good things. Worthy of rest. Worthy of peace. Worthy of the spiritual connection your soul has been reaching toward. Worthy of the beautiful life that your heart, in its most honest and undefended moments, believes is possible for you. Worthy not because you have proven yourself but because worth is what you are made of. Worth is not something you have. It is something you are. I am worthy. I am valuable. Say it to the part of you that has spent years measuring its value in productivity, in usefulness, in how much you give and how little you ask for in return. That part of you that quietly fears that if you stopped performing, stopped contributing, stopped being needed, you might discover that there was nothing underneath worth valuing. There is. There always has been. The you beneath the doing, the quiet, breathing, feeling, perceiving, wondering, loving you that exists independent of everything you accomplish, that you is of immeasurable value. Is, in fact, the only you that has ever been real. I am valuable. Precisely as I am. Right now. In this moment of perfect stillness and perfect rest. I am deeply loved. Let this one be the largest. Let this one have the most space. Because this is the one your soul most needs to hear. Most needs to receive. Most needs to let through whatever defenses have kept it at a careful distance. You are deeply loved. Not superficially. Not conditionally. Not with the kind of love that has fine print and expiration dates and requirements you have to keep meeting in order to maintain it. Deeply. Profoundly. In the way that starlight loves the earth, completely, without effort, without agenda, simply by the nature of what it is and what you are. You are deeply loved by something that has known you since before you knew yourself. Something that watched you arrive in this world and recognized you immediately, not as a stranger, not as a project, not as a soul in need of fixing, but as a beloved. As something it had been holding space for. As something it had been waiting for, even. You are deeply loved. Let that move through you now like the light that has been your companion all night. Let it reach the places that feel least lovable. The places you hide. The aspects of yourself you are not proud of. The mistakes you replay. The ways you have fallen short of who you wanted to be. Let the love reach all of it. Not to excuse it or bypass it but to hold it. To say, I see this too. I see all of it. And I love you anyway. Not anyway, I love you including this. I love you completely. Because that is what deep love does. It doesn't select the beautiful parts and turn away from the rest. It holds the whole. It looks at the whole and finds it worthy of love. Every part. Every shadow. Every wound and flaw and contradiction and beautiful, complicated, messy, extraordinary human part of you. Deeply loved. You are deeply loved. Rest in that now. Let it be the thing that your body is resting in, not just the surface beneath you. Let it be what the air is made of. Let it be what the starlight carries as it comes through your window and falls on you. This ancient, patient, unconditional love that has been shining in your direction your entire life. And now, here is the most important part of tonight. The part that your higher self most wants you to hear, most wants you to carry forward from this night into every day that follows. The love you have been seeking, the love you have sometimes searched for in other people, in achievements, in the approval of the world, that love is not something that arrives from outside and fills you. It is something that originates inside you and extends outward. It is something you already have. Something you already are. And when you make contact with it, really make contact, the way you are making contact with it right now, you discover that it was never missing. It was only covered. only temporarily obscured by the accumulated layers of a world that sometimes forgets its own nature. You are not on a journey toward worthiness. You are on a journey of remembering that you have always been worthy. And tonight, in this quiet, in this light, in this gentle and luminous space, you are remembering. Feel it. The deep, unshakable, eternal truth of your own worth. Your own value. Your own deserving. Your own belovedness. I am enough. I deserve love. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am deeply loved. Let those truths settle into your bones now. Into the marrow. Into the cellular memory of your body. Let them begin to rewrite the old stories, gently, gradually, the way starlight gradually fills a dark room as the night deepens. Not all at once. Not by force. But inevitably. Beautifully. Completely. You are going to wake tomorrow a little more certain of your worth than you were today. And the day after that, a little more certain still. And over time, not dramatically, not overnight, but with the quiet persistence of light, the truth of who you are will become more available to you. More present. More real. Because you came here tonight. Because you chose this. Because some brave and luminous part of you said, I am ready to remember. I am ready to receive this. I am ready to let it in. That part of you was right. You were ready. You are ready. And you are, without question, without condition, without exception, enough. Rest in that now. Let it hold you as you move deeper into this beautiful night. Let it be the ground beneath every dream that comes. Let it be the first thing your waking self touches when morning arrives. You are enough. You are loved. You are worthy. You always have been. You always will be. Let everything you just received settle a little deeper now. The worth you touched in the last chapter, let it be the foundation for everything that comes in this one. Because what we are about to explore together is not separate from your worth. It is an expression of it. An extension of it. A natural outgrowth of the truth you have just been breathing in, that you are enough, that you are deserving, that the universe is not withholding from you but is, in fact, always and in every moment, moving toward you with open hands. That is where we begin tonight. With open hands. Not grasping. Not clutching. Not the tense, white-knuckled reaching of someone who believes that abundance is scarce and must be fought for and held tightly lest it disappear. But open. Relaxed. Receptive. The hands of someone who understands, at a level deeper than thought, deeper than strategy, deeper than any financial plan or manifestation technique, that receiving is a natural state. That abundance is not something you have to chase down and capture. It is something you allow. Something you become available to. Something that flows, like water, like light, like the quiet and inevitable tide, toward whatever is open enough to receive it. Feel your hands right now. Wherever they are resting. Feel them soft and open, palms gently upward if that feels natural, or simply relaxed, uncurled, no longer gripping anything. This is the physical posture of receiving. And tonight, we are going to let it become the posture of your whole being. Breathe in slowly. And as you breathe in, imagine that the air itself carries something. Not just oxygen. Not just the physical substance of breath. But a quality. An energetic richness. The frequency of abundance, which is not a financial concept, not first and not primarily, but a spiritual one. The abundance of life itself. The extraordinary, almost incomprehensible richness of simply being a conscious being in a universe that is endlessly, lavishly, almost recklessly generous. Think of it for a moment. The number of stars. The number of grains of sand. The number of species of living things, the number of leaves on a single tree, the number of cells in your own body working in perfect concert right now without being asked. The universe does not do scarcity. Scarcity is a human story, a real and painful one, shaped by real and painful circumstances, but it is not the deepest truth of reality. The deepest truth of reality is this extraordinary, almost absurd abundance. This endless creative generosity. This universe that keeps making more, always finding new forms and new expressions and new ways to be lavishly, extravagantly alive. You are part of that universe. You are an expression of that same creative generosity. And the abundance that is the nature of all things is also, by your very nature, available to you. Let that land. Not as a platitude. Not as something you have heard before and filed away under spiritual concepts that sound nice but don't change anything. Let it land as a real possibility. As something worth genuinely considering tonight, in this quiet and receptive state, with the defenses down and the heart open. What if abundance is actually your natural state? What if lack, the feeling of not enough, the chronic low-level anxiety about whether there will be sufficient, what if that is the distortion, and this, what you are feeling right now as you breathe and rest and open, is the truth? What would change if you believed that? Not performed believing it. Not told yourself you believed it while the body remained braced against scarcity. But actually, genuinely, cellularly believed that the universe is on your side. That it is moving toward you. That your financial life, your material life, your experience of ease and sufficiency and yes, genuine prosperity, that all of it is not a battle you are losing but a flow you are learning to align with. Feel into that alignment now. Feel what it would be like in your body to be someone who genuinely expects good things. Not arrogantly. Not with entitlement or demand. But with the quiet, grounded confidence of someone who knows, the way they know the sun will rise tomorrow, that life is fundamentally generous. That their needs will be met. That more than their needs will be met. That there is enough, and more than enough, and that the universe takes a particular and loving interest in their well-being. Feel that confidence. Even if it is new. Even if it sits a little awkwardly against older, more familiar beliefs. Just try it on tonight, the way you might try on a coat you have never worn before. Feel the weight of it. The warmth of it. The way it fits. It fits better than you might expect. Because some part of you, the part that has been listening tonight, the part that agreed to come here and open and receive, some part of you already knows this. Already lives in this frequency when the noise is quiet enough to hear it. Already understands, at some deep and wordless level, that you were not put here to struggle indefinitely. That ease is not a reward for sufficient suffering. That prosperity is not something you have to justify or apologize for or prove yourself worthy of. You are already worthy of it. We established that. And now we are simply extending that worthiness into the material dimension of your life. Into the practical, everyday, very human experience of having enough. Of having more than enough. Of experiencing the particular peace that comes when financial worry no longer dominates the background of your waking hours. Imagine that peace now. Feel it as a physical sensation. What does it feel like in your body when you are not worried about money? When the bills are paid and the future feels manageable and there is a sense of cushion, of safety, of genuine sufficiency? Perhaps you have felt this before, in some season of your life. Or perhaps it is a feeling you have only imagined, only glimpsed from a distance. Either way, you can feel it now. Your body can generate the felt sense of financial peace right now, in this moment, as a kind of preview. As a tuning. As the body practicing the frequency it is learning to live in. Feel your stomach relax. That particular tightening that lives there when money is a source of anxiety, let it soften. Let it release with a long, slow exhale. Feel your jaw unclench. Your shoulders drop. Feel the background hum of financial worry, that low, persistent static that can run beneath so many waking hours. Feel it quiet. Just for now. Just in this space. Feel what it is like to be in a body that is not bracing against lack. This is your natural state. This ease. This sufficiency. This quiet, grounded sense of being provided for. You are returning to it tonight. Now let's go a little deeper. Because abundance is not just about money, though money is a real and legitimate part of it, and we are not going to pretend otherwise or spiritually bypass the very human need for financial security. Money is real. The stress of not having enough is real. The way financial worry affects sleep and health and relationships and the ability to be present for the people you love, all of that is real. And you deserve to be free of it. But abundance, at its source, is a frequency. And money is just one of the forms that frequency takes when it moves into the material world. There is also the abundance of time, those days when everything flows and there is space for what matters. The abundance of connection, the richness of real relationships, of being truly known and truly knowing another. The abundance of health, the extraordinary wealth of a body that works, that breathes, that carries you through the world. The abundance of beauty, the fact that the world is almost unbearably beautiful if you stop long enough to let it land. Sunlight on water. The smell of rain. The sound of a voice you love. You are already living in abundance. Right now. In ways you may not have fully counted. Feel the gratitude for that. Not as a technique, not as a way of tricking the universe into giving you more by pretending to be satisfied with less. But genuine gratitude. The real thing. The kind that arises naturally when you pause long enough to actually notice what you have. What you are. What surrounds you. The extraordinary, unearned, simply given richness of being alive in this body on this earth under this sky full of stars. You are already rich in ways that matter most. And from this foundation of recognized abundance, more abundance flows. Not because of some mechanical law of attraction but because of something simpler and more profound. When you stop contracting around lack, when you stop bracing and grasping and operating from scarcity, you become available. Open. Receptive. And what is available and open and receptive tends to receive. Breathe that openness now. Let your whole body be a vessel of it. Let your hands be open. Let your heart be open. Let the set of your face, the quality of your breathing, the posture of your soul be the posture of someone who is expecting good things. Who knows, at the most fundamental level, that the universe is friendly. That life is on their side. That prosperity in all its forms, financial, relational, physical, spiritual, is not something they are excluded from but something they are, right now, in the process of allowing in. Feel the light around you now carrying this quality. That warm, luminous starlight that has been your companion all night, feel it now as the light of abundance itself. Ancient and patient and completely without judgment about what you have earned or how hard you have worked or whether you deserve it. Just shining. Just pouring itself through your open window. Just offering everything it has to everything you are. And you are receiving it. Tonight. Right now. In this soft and open and completely available state. Let the affirmations of this chapter move through you now. Not with effort. Not with the strained concentration of someone trying very hard to believe something. But with the easy, resting, almost dreamy receptivity of someone who is simply letting truth settle into them. Slowly. Naturally. The way starlight settles into everything it touches. I am open to receiving abundance in all its forms. Feel that. The openness of it. The receptivity. Not demanding, not commanding, not setting conditions or deadlines. Just open. Just available. Just genuinely, quietly willing to receive whatever the universe is moving toward you. Prosperity flows to me easily and naturally. Easily. That word. Let it be real. Let it challenge whatever part of you believes that good things only come through struggle. That ease is somehow suspicious or unearned. Let ease be allowed. Let it be not just possible but natural. The most natural thing in the world, like breathing, like the tide, like starlight finding its way through an open window. I am worthy of financial peace. Yes. You are. Without qualification. Without needing to have figured it all out yet or arrived at some perfect relationship with money or healed every scarcity wound in your lineage. Right now, as you are worthy of financial peace. Of sleeping through the night without the weight of money worry on your chest. Of waking with a sense that things are working out. That the trajectory is good. That you are provided for and will continue to be provided for. I release the belief that I must struggle to survive. Breathe that one out. Let it leave with your next exhale. That old story, so deeply embedded in so many of us, inherited from generations who genuinely did have to struggle, who knew real scarcity, who learned that the world was hard and resources were limited and you had to fight for your share. Honor that story. Honor those who lived it. And then, gently, respectfully, lovingly, release it. It is not your story. It does not have to be your story. The past does not determine the future. And tonight, in this space, you are choosing a different story. A story of ease. Of flow. Of a universe that is fundamentally generous and that is, right now, in ways seen and unseen, moving good things in your direction. I trust that my needs are always met. Always. Not sometimes. Not when you have been good enough or worked hard enough or worried sufficiently. Always. The universe has met your needs every day of your life so far, perhaps not always in the way you expected or hoped, perhaps not without difficulty, but you are here. You have made it through every single day. You are breathing. You are alive. And that track record, that perfect record of being sustained through everything, is evidence. Real evidence. That you are held. That you are provided for. That something larger than your own effort is working on your behalf. Trust that tonight. Let it be the thing you rest on as you move deeper into sleep. The absolute, unshakable, evidence-based trust that you are provided for. That abundance is your birthright. That ease is available to you. That the universe, in its infinite generosity, has not forgotten your name. It knows your name. It has always known your name. And it is moving toward you, right now, even as you sleep, even in the dark and quiet hours when you are not watching and not working and not trying. It is moving toward you with everything you need and more than you need and some things you haven't even thought to ask for yet. Let that be true tonight. Let it be the dream your body rests inside. The frequency your cells absorb as you sleep. The quiet, luminous, abundant truth that settles into you through all the hours of this night and is still there, warm and real and solid, when morning comes. You are abundant. You are provided for. You are receiving, right now, more than you know. The window is open. The light is pouring in. And it is bringing everything with it. Rest now. Breathe. Receive. Everything you need is already on its way to you. Something is changing in you. Not because of anything that happened today. Not because of any external shift in your circumstances or your achievements or the way other people see you. Something is changing because you are here, in this quiet, in this light, doing the slow and sacred work of remembering who you actually are beneath everything you have been told you are. Beneath every label and limitation and story that was handed to you before you were old enough to question it. And who you actually are, beneath all of that, is extraordinary. Not extraordinary in the way the world usually means that word. Not exceptional in the competitive sense, not superior, not more valuable than anyone else. Extraordinary in the original sense of the word. Extraordinary. Beyond the ordinary. Beyond the small and fearful and contracted version of yourself that learned, somewhere along the way, to make itself manageable. To fit. To not take up too much space. To be acceptable rather than fully, radiantly, unapologetically alive. That contracted version of you has served its purpose. It kept you safe in environments where being fully yourself felt dangerous. It helped you navigate worlds that didn't always have space for the full size of who you are. It was intelligent and adaptive and in many ways an act of profound self-preservation. But you are safe now. Here. In this space. In this night. And the self that learned to contract, that learned to make itself smaller and quieter and more acceptable, that self can, tonight, begin to remember its actual dimensions. Which are vast. Which are luminous. Which are, when you stop compressing them, genuinely breathtaking. Feel that for a moment. The actual size of you. Not your ego, not the self that needs to be seen or recognized or validated. But your soul. The part of you that has been present through every experience of your life, watching, knowing, feeling, growing. The part that has survived everything it has survived and emerged not diminished but deepened. Not broken but cracked open in the way that lets more light both in and out. The part that loves and wonders and grieves and reaches and keeps reaching, always reaching, towards something it can feel but not always name. That is who you are. Feel the size of that. Feel the reality of it. Right now, in this body, in this quiet, you are something genuinely magnificent. And confidence, real confidence, not the performed kind, not the armor kind, not the kind that requires constant external validation to maintain, real confidence is simply the felt sense of that magnificence. The quiet, grounded, undefended knowing of your own nature. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to perform it. You don't have to prove it to anyone. It simply is. The way starlight simply is, not trying to illuminate, not working at shining, just shining because that is its nature and it has no other nature and it has never needed permission to be what it is. You have never needed permission to be what you are. Breathe that in slowly. Let it move through whatever part of you has been waiting for permission. The part that has been looking to other people, to partners, to parents, to employers, to the unnamed collective of the world's opinion, for the signal that it is acceptable to be fully yourself. That it is safe to take up your full space. That you are allowed to be as alive and as present and as genuinely, powerfully you as you actually are. The permission has always been yours to give. It has only ever been yours to give. And tonight, in this stillness, you are giving it. I give myself permission to be fully, completely, unapologetically myself. Feel what shifts in your body when you say that. Feel whether something loosens. Whether something that has been held at a careful, managed distance begins to move a little closer. The full self. The unedited self. The self that doesn't calculate how much of itself is appropriate to show in any given moment but simply is. Simply shows up. Simply takes its place in the room and breathes and speaks and moves with the ease of someone who is not performing belonging because they already know they belong. That ease is yours. It has always been yours. Let yourself feel it tonight. Now, confidence. Let's talk about what it actually is, because the world teaches a version of it that is almost the opposite of the real thing. The world's version of confidence looks like certainty. Like having all the answers. Like never doubting, never faltering, never being visibly affected by difficulty or rejection or failure. It looks like a kind of imperviousness, a glossy, defended surface that nothing can penetrate and from which nothing vulnerable can emerge. But that is not confidence. That is armor. And armor is heavy, and armor is exhausting, and armor keeps everything out, including the things you most want to let in. Real confidence is something else entirely. Real confidence is the ability to be uncertain and still act. To be afraid and still move forward. To be seen, really seen, in your full human complexity, and trust that what is seen is worthy of being seen. Real confidence is not the absence of vulnerability. It is the willingness to be vulnerable from a place of such fundamental self-trust that the vulnerability doesn't threaten your sense of who you are. It is the difference between a tree that is rigid and one that is rooted. The rigid tree looks stronger until the wind comes. The rooted tree bends, sometimes dramatically, and remains. Because its security is not in its surface. It is in what is underground. In what cannot be seen. In the deep, invisible, unshakable connection to the ground it grows from. You are a rooted tree. You have survived winds that would have felt something less deeply grounded. And every difficulty you have moved through, every loss, every failure, every moment of self-doubt that you walked through anyway, has sent your roots deeper. Has made the underground network of your resilience and your knowing more extensive, more intricate, more real. Feel those roots now. Feel the depth of them. Feel how far down they go, past the surface events of your life, past the stories and the wounds and the accumulated doubts, all the way down to something solid and ancient and completely stable. Something that has been there since before you were born and will be there long after. The bedrock of your own essential nature. The ground of your own being. You cannot be uprooted. You can be moved. You can be affected. You can feel the full force of the winds that life sometimes sends, and you will feel them. You are someone who feels things fully, and that is not weakness, that is aliveness. But you cannot be uprooted. Because what you are rooted in is not fragile. Is not conditional. Is not dependent on circumstances going a particular way. You are rooted in something that does not change. And from that rootedness, from that deep, invisible, unshakable ground, genuine confidence grows. Not as a performance. Not as an achievement. But as a natural expression of knowing where you stand. Of knowing what you are made of. Of having been tested enough times to trust, with your whole body, that you can handle what comes. You can handle what comes. You have always been able to handle what comes. Look at the evidence of your own life, every hard thing that arrived, every moment that seemed unsurvivable, every season of darkness that felt like it might be permanent. You moved through all of it. Not perfectly. Not without cost. But through. Always through. And here you are on the other side of every single one of them, still breathing, still feeling, still reaching toward the light. That is confidence. That track record. That lived, embodied proof of your own resilience. Let it land tonight. Let yourself receive it as the evidence it is. Not arrogantly, not competitively, just honestly. You are strong. You are capable. You have resources, interior resources of wisdom and endurance and creativity and love, that you have not yet fully mapped. And you are becoming more aware of them. Right now. In this quiet. In this light. Feel your identity shifting tonight. Not into something foreign or performed or artificially imposed. But into something truer. Something that has always been there, waiting for the noise to quiet enough to become available. The identity of someone who knows their worth. Who trusts their nature. Who moves through the world not from fear but from the quiet, grounded, luminous certainty of someone who knows, at the level of the bones, who they are. Who are you? Feel into it. Not the resume version. Not the social role version. Not the version shaped by other people's expectations or your own old stories. The real version. The soul version. The version that looks out through your eyes when you are most fully yourself, in moments of genuine connection, or creative flow, or deep presence, or the particular quiet that comes after something has moved through you and left you clean and clear and very, very alive. That version. Feel it now. Let it be a little more present than usual. Let it take up a little more space than it typically allows itself. Let it breathe with a little more ease, rest with a little more settledness, exist with a little more of the quiet confidence that is its natural state when it is not managing itself for the comfort of others. This is you. This rooted, luminous, capable, tender, strong, deeply feeling, genuinely extraordinary you. This is who wakes up tomorrow. This is who walks through the coming days. This is who meets the world, not armored, not performing, not trying to be enough, but simply, quietly, magnificently being it. Feel the shift in your body as that identity settles in. A straightening, perhaps, even lying down. A sense of the spine being more fully inhabited. A quality of presence that is different from the contracted, managed presence of earlier in the day. More spacious. More real. More you. Let the affirmations of this chapter move through you now like current through a wire, not effortful, just flowing, just conducting the energy of truth from one end of you to the other. I am confident in who I am. Not in who I am trying to become. Not in who I will be when I have fixed the things I want to fix. In who I am. Right now. This person. This soul. This particular and irreplaceable expression of life that has never existed before and will never exist again. I am confident in that. I am at home in that. I trust myself completely. Let that one be large. Because self-trust is the foundation of everything. Of every good decision you have ever made. Of every moment you listened to the quiet voice beneath the noise and followed it and found that it knew the way. Of every time you honored what was true for you even when it was difficult or inconvenient or not what anyone else expected. You have a profound and reliable inner knowing. You have always had it. And tonight you are recommitting to trusting it. To listening to it. To letting it lead, not the fearful, contracted, approval-seeking part of you, but the deep, rooted, luminous part. The part that knows. That always knows. I trust myself completely. I move through the world with calm certainty. Calm. Not rigid. Not defended. Not certain of outcomes, because outcomes are never fully in anyone's control. But certain of something deeper. Certain of your own capacity to navigate whatever comes. Certain of your own worth regardless of how things unfold. Certain, at the most fundamental level, of who you are and what you are made of and what you are here for. Calm certainty. The certainty of something rooted. Something that bends in the wind and remains. I am magnetic in my authentic presence. Because authenticity is magnetic. The real thing always is. Not the performed version, not the curated version, not the version that is managing itself for maximum approval, but the real thing. The person who is genuinely, fully, unapologetically present. Who has nothing to hide and nothing to prove. Who takes up their space with ease and meets the world with openness and moves through it with the particular grace of someone who is simply, completely themselves. That person draws others. Not because they are trying to. Not because they have mastered some technique of influence or charm. But because authenticity recognizes authenticity. Because the real thing resonates with the real thing. Because when you show up as fully yourself, you give permission to everyone around you to do the same. And that gift of permission, is one of the most magnetic and beautiful things one human being can offer another. You are that person. You are becoming more fully that person with every breath you take tonight. Feel it now. The identity solidifying gently around you like something warm and perfectly fitted. Not a costume. Not a role. Just you. The real you. Settled in. Present. Calm. Certain. Luminous. The part of you that has been hiding can come out now. Not all at once, that's not how it works. But a little. Tonight. In this safety. In this light. In this quiet space where there is no one to manage yourself for and nothing to perform. Just you. Just this. Just the extraordinary, rooted, capable, luminous self that has been here all along, waiting patiently for exactly this moment. This moment of remembering. This moment of coming home to yourself. Rest in that now. Let the identity of who you truly are settle into every cell of your body as you drift deeper into this beautiful night. Let it be what you are dreaming from. Let it be what you wake into. You are confident. You are certain. You are rooted and luminous and completely, finally, fully yourself. And that is more than enough. That is everything. You are going on a journey now. Not away from yourself, deeper into yourself. Not into fantasy or escapism or the kind of dreaming that avoids the present by perpetually living in an imagined future. But into something real. Something that exists, right now, as a genuine possibility within you. A version of your life that is not wishful thinking but actual potential, already present in seed form, already alive in the deepest layer of your being, already reaching, the way all living things reach, toward the light. We are going to visit that version tonight. We are going to let it become real enough to feel. Real enough to breathe. Real enough that your body, which does not distinguish between vivid imagination and lived experience, which responds to both with the same beautiful, faithful, biochemical truth, your body will begin to know it. To remember it, even, the way you remember a place you have been before. The way you recognize something you have never consciously seen. Because some part of you has been there. Some part of you lives there already. The future self is not a stranger. It is the most essential version of you, the one that has grown fully into its nature, the one that has followed the thread of its deepest knowing, the one that woke up one day and realized it had, through 1,000 small and intentional choices, become exactly who it always was beneath everything else. We are going to meet that self tonight. Begin by imagining that you are standing, or floating, if standing feels too effortful, just existing in a space that is neither here nor there, a threshold space, a between place, and ahead of you there is a path. It begins where you are and extends forward into a soft and luminous distance. You cannot see the end of it. That is fine. You don't need to see the end. You only need to take the first step and then the next, and the path itself will carry you. The ground beneath your feet, or beneath your awareness, your presence, whatever it is that is moving forward, is warm. Solid. The quality of it is like sun-warmed stone. Ancient and reliable. It has been walked by every version of you that ever reached toward its own becoming, and it carries the memory of all of them. All the times you chose growth over comfort. All the times you followed the quiet voice instead of the loud fear. All the times you were brave in ways no one else could see. This path is made of those moments. You are walking on your own courage. Feel that as you move forward. Feel the warmth of it beneath you. Feel the particular quality of the air here, cleaner than usual, more spacious, carrying a faint luminosity that is not quite light but something close to it. Something that makes everything slightly more visible. Slightly more clear. As though in this space the unnecessary has fallen away and what remains is only what is true. You are walking through time. Not rushing. Not forcing. Just moving gently forward through the months and seasons and quiet accumulations of days that lie between who you are tonight and who you are becoming. Feel them passing, not with loss, not with anxiety about what they will contain, but with a sense of patient, trusting forward movement. The way a river moves. Not fighting its own current. Not questioning whether it will reach the sea. Just flowing. Just being carried by something it trusts completely. And now, ahead of you, at a distance that feels exactly right, neither too far nor too close, you sense a presence. Your future self. They are not standing dramatically. They are not posing or performing or waiting to impress you. They are simply there, going about the ordinary texture of their life, which is the most extraordinary thing about them. The ordinariness of it. The ease. The way they move through their days without the particular tension that you know so well, the bracing, the managing, the constant background monitoring of whether things are okay. There is none of that in them. There is only presence. Only the quiet, grounded, luminous presence of someone who has arrived, not at perfection, but at themselves. Move closer. Let yourself observe them for a moment from a gentle distance. Notice how they carry their body. There is no collapse in it, no apologetic shrinking, no effortful puffing up. Just an easeful uprightness. The posture of someone who is comfortable taking up their space. Who has stopped calculating whether they deserve to be exactly where they are. Notice their face. The quality of it. The particular softness around the eyes, not the softness of someone who has stopped feeling, but of someone who has stopped fighting what they feel. Someone who has made peace with their own emotional life. Who has learned to let what moves through them move through them without holding on or pushing away. The eyes have a quality of clarity, not the brittle clarity of someone maintaining a position, but the clear, open, available clarity of still water. They see things. Really see things. Because they are not seeing through the filter of fear. Notice how they are in relationship with the people around them. There is a warmth there, genuine, unperformed, the kind of warmth that comes from someone who has done enough interior work that they no longer need anything in particular from others. They give freely because they are full. They love generously because they have learned to receive love. They are present in conversation without agenda, without the quiet calculation of someone managing impressions. Just present. Just here. Just genuinely, beautifully interested in the person in front of them. This is you. In some not-so-distant morning, this is the person who opens their eyes. Move closer still. Close enough now that you can feel the quality of their energy. And it is warm, unmistakably warm, the particular warmth of someone who has found their way home to themselves and is living from that home outward. There is a groundedness to them that you can almost feel physically. Roots. The deep, invisible roots we spoke about earlier, in this person they have grown further down, further wide, further into the ancient solid ground of their own essential nature. And there is light. Of course there is light. The same starlight quality that has been with you all night, in this person it is not just something that falls on them from outside. It seems to come from inside them as well. As if the interior and exterior light have found a way to meet in the middle. As if this person has become, in the most quiet and undramatic way, genuinely luminous. They turn now. And they see you. And their face does something, it opens. Not with surprise. With recognition. With the particular, tender gladness of recognizing someone you love. Because they do love you. This future self loves who you are right now, the you that is lying here in the quiet dark, doing this brave and beautiful work of opening and releasing and remembering. They love the you that chose to be here tonight. The you that is still in the middle of becoming what they have become. They move toward you. And as they do, you feel something, a resonance. A rightness. The particular feeling of two things that belong together coming into proximity. Like a key approaching a lock it was made for. Like a frequency finding its matching frequency and the two beginning, naturally, to vibrate in harmony. They reach you. And they don't say anything at first. They just stand with you in the soft luminosity of this threshold space. And in that standing together, something begins to happen. You are absorbing something from them. Not by effort. Not by concentration or technique. But the way you absorb warmth when you stand in sunlight. The way you absorb the quality of a piece of music when you let it in fully. Just by proximity. Just by the willingness to be this close to your own becoming. Feel what you are absorbing. Feel it moving into you, into your chest first, then spreading. A quality of ease. A quality of self-trust. The particular cellular knowing of someone who has stopped being at war with themselves. Who has dissolved the long-running conflict between the self that wants to expand and the self that is afraid to. Who has found a way to hold both with such tenderness that neither needs to fight anymore. Feel that ease in your body right now. Feel what it is like to be someone whose relationship with themselves is characterized not by criticism or management or the endless internal negotiation of not enoughness but by something simple and radical and completely transformative. Kindness. Real kindness. The kind you might offer a beloved friend. The kind that notices struggle without judgment. That acknowledges failure without catastrophizing. That sees the full, messy, contradictory truth of a human life and responds not with the harsh fluorescent light of harsh self-examination but with the warm, steady, patient glow of genuine self-compassion. Your future self has that relationship with themselves. And they are giving it to you right now. Passing it across the threshold of time like a gift wrapped in light. Receive it. Let your hands be open. Let your whole being be open. Let this quality of self-kindness, this deep, undefended, genuinely loving relationship with yourself, let it begin to settle into you. Not as a concept. Not as an aspiration for someday. But as a present-tense reality taking root in your body, in your cells, in the way you breathe and hold yourself and move through the world starting now. Now your future self speaks. And what they say is not a list of achievements. Not a description of the external circumstances of their life, though those are good, those are genuinely, beautifully good. What they say is simpler and more important than any of that. They say, you already have everything you need. Not someday. Not once you have done the work or healed the wounds or figured it all out. Now. The qualities that make me who I am, they are already in you. The wisdom, the patience, the capacity for love, the resilience, the creativity, the deep and genuine spiritual connection that you are reaching toward tonight, none of it is waiting to be acquired. All of it is waiting to be recognized. You are not on a journey toward yourself. You are on a journey of recognizing yourself. And recognition, unlike acquisition, can happen in an instant. Can happen right now. Can happen in this breath, in this moment, in this quiet space of open and willing awareness. Do you feel it? The recognition. The sense of seeing yourself, perhaps more clearly than usual, perhaps from the slightly different angle that comes from viewing yourself through the eyes of your own future, and finding, to your surprise and your relief, that what you see is not a project. Not a problem to be solved. Not something fundamentally flawed that requires years more work before it will be acceptable. What you see is someone worthy. Someone real. Someone already luminous in ways they have not yet fully claimed. Someone who is, even now, even in the middle of all the becoming, already remarkable. That is what your future self sees when they look at you. Let yourself see it too. And now, your future self steps closer. And with a gentleness that is unlike anything you have felt before, the gentleness of your own highest self touching your present self, they place their hand over your heart. And you feel the warmth of it. Steady and luminous and completely without condition. And you feel the two of you beginning to merge. Not dramatically. Not with any force or loss of self. But gently. Gradually. The way two lights overlap, each remaining itself while also becoming something together that neither was alone. The present you and the future you, meeting in this space, recognizing each other, beginning the long and beautiful process of becoming one. The wisdom of your future self is available to you now. The ease. The self-trust. The luminosity. The rooted, grounded, deeply joyful certainty of someone who has come home to themselves and found that home to be extraordinary. It is in you now. Beginning to settle. Beginning to take root. Not replacing who you are, enriching it. Deepening it. Giving it the quality of something that has been composted by time and tended by love and grown into its fullest, most beautiful expression. You are that expression. Already. Now. In this moment of recognition and merging in quiet, luminous becoming. Feel it in your body. This integration. This sense of being a little more whole than you were before. A little more at home in yourself. A little more certain, not of the future, but of yourself within whatever future comes. That certainty will be there when you wake. Subtly, quietly, but really there. In the way you make your first cup of something warm. In the way you meet your own eyes in the mirror. In the slightly softer quality of your self-talk. In the barely perceptible but genuinely real sense that you are moving through your days from a different place than before. A deeper place. A truer place. The place of someone who has met their own future self in the starlit quiet of a night that was made for exactly this. For exactly this recognition. For exactly this homecoming. Rest now in the merged warmth of who you are and who you are becoming. Let there be no distance between those two things tonight. Let them simply be, present together, resting together, dreaming together in the soft and luminous dark. The path behind you is made of courage. The path ahead is made of light. And you, beloved, luminous, already whole, are standing right at the place where they meet. That is where you rest tonight. Right here. Right now. Exactly here. You are going very deep now. Deeper than thought. Deeper than the surface mind that organizes and analyzes and makes sense of things. Deeper than the voice that narrates your experience and the one that comments on the narration and the one beneath that which watches both. You are going to a place that exists below all of that. A place that is older than language and quieter than thought and more powerful than any conscious intention you have ever set. You are going to the place where you are actually formed. Not in the biological sense, though that too is extraordinary and we will not diminish it. But in the psychological sense. In the spiritual sense. In the sense of the deep interior architecture that determines, far more than your conscious choices, how you experience yourself and the world. The beliefs that run like hidden code beneath every thought you think and every feeling you feel and every response you have to everything life brings you. That is where we are going tonight. Gently. With enormous care. With the kind of precision and love that such a tender place deserves. The subconscious mind is not separate from you. It is not a dark basement full of things you would rather not look at. It is simply the part of your mind that operates below the threshold of ordinary awareness, vast and tireless and faithful, processing every experience you have ever had, holding every memory, running every pattern, maintaining every belief you have accumulated across the whole of your life. It is extraordinary, actually. The faithfulness of it. The subconscious mind does exactly what it has been taught to do, with perfect consistency and zero judgment. It does not evaluate whether the beliefs it holds are true or helpful or serving you well. It simply runs them. It simply executes the programming it has received. And tonight, in this state of deep relaxation, in this soft and open and completely receptive awareness, the subconscious is more available than it ever is during waking life. The gatekeeping function of the conscious mind has quieted. The critical faculty that usually evaluates incoming information and either accepts or rejects it has softened and stilled. And in that stillness, something remarkable becomes possible. New information can go all the way in. Not just to the surface. Not just to the level of intellectual understanding or conscious agreement. All the way in. To the deep level where the real programming lives. Where the real patterns are held. Where the real beliefs, the ones that actually run your life regardless of what you consciously think you believe, where those beliefs can be gently, lovingly, permanently updated. This is what is happening right now. As you rest here in this extraordinary depth of relaxation. As the boundaries between conscious and unconscious soften and dissolve and become permeable. As the starlight that has been your companion all night finds its way not just to the surface of you but all the way down, to the deep interior, to the hidden architecture, to the beautiful, faithful, endlessly powerful subconscious mind that is listening right now with every part of its vast and open attention. It is listening. It hears everything. And what it is about to hear is the truth. Not as a correction. Not as an argument against the old beliefs. But simply as a frequency. A vibration. A quality of light that the deep mind recognizes, the way the body recognizes sunlight even through closed eyelids, and begins, naturally and effortlessly, to absorb. So let's go very slowly now. Very gently. Let each word have space. Let each phrase find its way down to the level where it needs to land. You don't need to try to believe these things. You don't need to evaluate them or agree with them or concentrate on them. Just let them fall. Let them drift down through you the way snow falls through still air, without effort, without urgency, simply settling into every space that is open enough to receive them. Breathe in. You are safe. Feel that moving through you. Not as a concept. As a physical reality. The safety of this moment. This body. This breath. This warm and luminous space you are resting inside. You are safe right now. Completely. Absolutely. In this moment there is nothing to defend against. Nothing to prepare for. Nothing to survive. Only this. Only the breath and the warmth and the deep, cellular downloading of something your nervous system has needed to hear for a very long time. You are safe. Breathe out. Let it settle. Breathe in. You are deeply, completely, unconditionally loved. Let that go all the way down. Past every experience that suggested otherwise. Past every moment of rejection or abandonment or the particular cold loneliness of feeling unseen by someone whose seeing mattered to you. Past all of it, not erasing it, not denying it, but going deeper than it, to the level beneath those experiences where the original truth still lives. Untouched. Unchanged. The love that existed before you were born and will exist after everything else has passed. You are deeply, completely, unconditionally loved. Breathe out. Breathe in. You are worthy of everything beautiful. Feel the subconscious receiving that. Feel whatever resistance arises, and something may arise, some old counterbelief surfacing to say not quite, not yet, not me, and just let it be there. Don't fight it. Don't argue with it. Just let it float past like a cloud across a very large sky. And beneath the cloud, the sky remains. Vast and clear and completely unchanged. That is where this truth lives. Below the resistance. Below the old story. In the clear, spacious ground of what is actually real. You are worthy of everything beautiful. Say it to your subconscious mind now. Say it the way you would say something important to someone you love, with gentleness and certainty and the complete absence of doubt. You are worthy of everything beautiful. I know this about you. I have always known this about you. And tonight I am giving you permission to know it about yourself. Breathe out. Breathe in. You are connected to something vast and loving and completely benevolent. Feel that connection now. The thread of it. The warm, luminous, unbreakable thread that runs from the center of you, from the very deepest point of your being, from the part that was never formed by experience because it existed before experience, that runs from there outward and upward and in every direction simultaneously into something that has no edges. Something that is not limited by space or time or the particular circumstances of your life. You are part of something infinite. You are held by something infinite. You are loved by something infinite. And that infinite something is not abstract or distant or available only to certain people in certain states of spiritual advancement. It is right here. As close as the breath. As intimate as the heartbeat. As immediate and present and accessible as the starlight that is resting on you right now through the open window of your consciousness. You are connected. You have always been connected. You will always be connected. The connection cannot be severed. It can only be forgotten. And tonight, right now, in this depth, in this openness, you are remembering. Breathe out. Breathe in. You are capable of more than you know. Let the subconscious receive that. Let it begin updating whatever beliefs it holds about your limitations. Your ceiling. The invisible boundaries of what is possible for you. Because those beliefs were formed by evidence that is now outdated. By experiences that have since been superseded. By a version of you that existed before everything you have learned and survived and grown through in the years since those beliefs were first installed. You are not who you were when those limitations were decided. You have grown. You have deepened. You have capabilities that you have not yet fully discovered, resources that you have not yet fully accessed, depths of resilience and creativity and love and wisdom that you have glimpsed only in your best moments but that are, in fact, available to you always. Not just in your best moments. In all moments. In the ordinary ones. In the difficult ones. In the ones that feel most uncertain and most beyond you. You are capable of more than you know. And your subconscious mind is receiving that now. Is beginning to update the maps it uses to navigate your life. Is beginning, at the most fundamental level, to expect more from you, not in the pressuring way, not in the never enough way, but in the way of something that genuinely believes in you. That knows what you are made of. That is quietly, steadily, updating its operating instructions to match the truth of who you actually are. Breathe out. Breathe in. You release all that no longer serves you. Feel that permission moving through the deep mind now. Permission to let go. Not just of the specific things you have been consciously working to release, the worries, the resentments, the fears you know by name. But the unnamed things. The things that have been running so long and so quietly that you have stopped noticing them. The background programs. The default settings. The patterns that repeat not because you want them to but because the subconscious, faithful as ever, keeps running the code it was given. You give your subconscious permission now to update that code. To release every pattern, every belief, every deep interior instruction that was useful once and is useful no longer. You don't need to identify them one by one. You don't need to know their names or trace their origins or understand exactly how they formed. Your subconscious knows. It has cataloged every one of them. And it is intelligent enough, given permission, to begin the process of release. Permission granted. Gently. Completely. With enormous gratitude for every belief and every pattern that protected you when you needed protecting, that helped you navigate when you needed guidance, that kept you functioning when functioning was the most you could manage. Thank you. You have served your purpose. And now, gently, lovingly, with full honor for what you were, you are released. Breathe out. Feel the releasing. A subtle shift in the interior. A slight lightening. The particular quality of a space that has just been emptied of something that had been there for so long it had become part of the furniture. And now the furniture is gone and there is space. Real space. Clean, clear, available space. And into that space, the new code. The true code. The deep interior instructions that match who you actually are and what you are actually here for and how life actually wants to move through you. Listen now. Let this go all the way in. You are a being of light. Not metaphorically. In the most literal sense available to language, you are made of the same substance as stars. The same elements forged in stellar furnaces billions of years ago. The same fundamental energy that pulses through everything that exists. You are continuous with the universe. You are not separate from it, visiting it, passing through it. You are it. An expression of it. A temporary and exquisite and completely irreplaceable expression of the universe experiencing itself. That is what you are. At the level of physics and at the level of spirit and at every level in between. Your subconscious mind is receiving that now. Is beginning to calibrate your interior life around that truth. Is beginning to update the self-concept, the world concept, the fundamental operating assumptions around which your entire experience of reality is organized, around this. Around the extraordinary fact of what you actually are. And from this updated self-concept, this deep, cellular, subconscious knowing of your own luminous nature, everything else follows. The confidence. The worthiness. The openness to abundance. The capacity for genuine connection. The ease in your own skin. The quiet, grounded certainty that you belong, not in this or that particular situation, not conditionally, not pending approval, but everywhere. In life itself. In the universe itself. In the vast and loving something that dreamed you into existence and has been holding you in existence every moment since. You belong. At the most fundamental level, in the deepest possible sense, you belong. The subconscious is receiving that. Is writing it into the code. Is making it the new default. The new baseline. The new ground from which every thought and feeling and response and choice will now arise. Let it settle now. Very slowly. Very deeply. The way sediment settles to the bottom of still water, not forced, not rushed, just finding its natural level in the quiet. Layer by layer. Truth by truth. Belief by belief. All the way down to the deepest layer. All the way to the foundation. You are safe. You are loved. You are worthy. You are luminous. You are capable. You are connected. You belong. These are not affirmations anymore. They are facts. They are the most fundamental facts about you. They are what your subconscious mind now knows, not as surface-level positive thinking, not as wishful belief, but as deep, installed, running in the background, shaping everything from below truth. Feel the shift. Even subtle. Even small. A slightly different quality of interior space. A barely perceptible but genuinely real sense of something having settled. Of some ancient argument having quietly ended. Of the mind, the deep mind, the vast and faithful and now beautifully updated mind, finally, at some level it has been moving toward for a very long time, at peace with itself. At peace with you. Breathe here now. Just breathe. There is nothing more to do. The work of this chapter is complete, not because you concentrated hard enough or tried enough or believed perfectly enough, but simply because you were here. Because you were open. Because the deep mind, faithful as ever, received what was offered and began, as it always does, to run the new code. It is running right now. Even as you drift deeper. Even as the conscious mind grows quieter and softer and further away. The deep mind is awake. Is working. Is integrating everything that has moved through you tonight. Is weaving the new truths into the fabric of your interior life with the same quiet diligence with which it does everything, tirelessly, faithfully, completely. Trust it. Let it work. You are safe. You are loved. You are luminous. Breathe. Deeper now. A little deeper with each breath. The conscious mind resting. The deep mind tending. The starlight falling through the open window of you, all the way in. All the way down. All the way home. Deeper. Softer. Still. You have gone so deep tonight. Deeper than you perhaps expected when you first settled in. Deeper than the surface of the day, deeper than the accumulated weight of the week, deeper than the stories and the patterns and the old beliefs that the earlier chapters of this night have been so gently, so patiently tending to. You have gone all the way down to the place where the real work happens. The quiet, luminous, invisible work of becoming. And now, from that depth, from that extraordinary stillness, something is opening. Not outward. Not into the world, not into doing or achieving or becoming anything in particular. Opening inward. Into the most interior space of all. The space that exists at the very center of you, beneath the subconscious patterns and the childhood wounds and the carefully constructed identity and everything else we have been moving through tonight, the space that is simply, purely, completely love. Not love as you have sometimes experienced it in the world. Not love that comes and goes, that arrives with conditions and departs when they are not met, that makes you feel whole in its presence and hollow in its absence. Not the love that asks you to be a certain way in order to receive it. Not the love that keeps score. Something older than that. Something that existed before any of the loves you have known in this life, and will exist after all of them, and is, right now, in this moment, in this body, in this breath, as present and as immediate and as real as your own heartbeat. The love that is not something you have. It is something you are. Feel it now. Gently. Without grasping. The way you might feel the warmth of sunlight, not by concentrating, not by effort, but simply by turning toward it. By removing whatever has been between you and it. By letting the cloud of thought and busyness and self-protection drift aside, just for this moment, just in this space, and letting what was always behind it be fully felt. What is behind it is this. Warmth. The most fundamental warmth. A warmth that is not temperature, it doesn't live on the surface of the skin, but something interior. Something cellular. Something that, when you make contact with it, feels less like discovering something new and more like remembering something ancient. Like returning to a frequency your body has always known and has been, at some deep level, always seeking. You are making contact with it now. Let it spread. From the center of your chest, which is where most people first feel it, in the region of the heart, that extraordinary organ that is both pump and receiver and something else entirely that science has not yet fully mapped, let it spread. Slowly, warmly, without urgency. The way ink spreads through water. The way heat spreads through cold hands. The way dawn spreads through a dark sky, imperceptibly at first, and then all at once, everywhere. Feel it in your chest. Your heart space. Let your heart be soft tonight. Let it be fully open as it can be, as open as you can allow, which is perhaps more open than usual given how deep you have traveled and how much you have released. Let it be the tender, extraordinary, luminous thing it actually is when it is not defended. When it is not braced against the possibility of being hurt again. Your heart knows how to do this. It was built for exactly this, for love in its purest form, for the open receiving and the generous giving of something that doesn't diminish when it flows outward but increases. That is what love does at this frequency. It doesn't deplete. It regenerates. The more you feel it, the more there is to feel. The more you give of it, the more arrives to be given. It is not a finite resource. It is a renewable one. An inexhaustible one. A frequency that, once contacted, has no bottom and no ceiling and no walls. Breathe into your heart now. Imagine your breath traveling directly there, not to your lungs, but to the center of your chest, to the place where love lives, to the warm and luminous interior of the most important organ in your body. Breathe in light. Breathe in warmth. Breathe in the simple extraordinary fact that you are alive and feeling and capable of this, of being here, in this depth, in this openness, in this exquisite receptivity. And breathe out love. Just let it out. Without direction. Without sending it anywhere in particular or to anyone in particular. Just let it radiate outward the way heat radiates from something warm. The way light radiates from something luminous. Naturally. Effortlessly. Because that is what warm things do. That is what luminous things do. You are warm. You are luminous. And love is what you radiate when you are fully yourself. Let's open this a little wider now. Think of someone you love easily. Someone whose presence in your life has been a source of genuine warmth and ease. A person, an animal, anyone, the love you feel for them doesn't need to be complicated or perfect or free of history. It just needs to be real. Something you actually feel when you bring them to mind. Something that softens you. That makes the interior space a little warmer, a little more willing to open. Bring them to mind now. Let their presence be felt, not their image necessarily, not the story of your relationship with them, but the quality of what you feel when you think of them. The particular texture of that love. Its warmth. Its realness. Its fundamental goodness. Feel it in your chest. That warmth. That softening. That particular opening that happens when genuine love is present. And just rest there for a moment. In that feeling. In the reality of it. In the fact that you are capable of this, of loving something this genuinely, this warmly, this completely. That capability is extraordinary. It is one of the most extraordinary things about you. Not everyone loves with this depth. Not everyone has stayed open enough, through everything, to still be capable of genuine warmth. But you have. And it matters. And it is part of the particular beauty of who you are. Now, very gently, begin to expand that feeling. Not by forcing it. Not by trying to manufacture love for people you don't actually feel it for. But by letting the warmth you are feeling right now in relation to this beloved person or being simply, radiate. Expand. Move outward from its source like ripples from a stone dropped in still water. Let it expand to include others who have loved you well. Anyone who has offered you genuine care, a kindness, a moment of real seeing, a gesture of warmth that you received and that changed something in you, even slightly, even temporarily. Let them be in the circle of this expanding warmth. Let your love for them be felt, and let their love for you be received. Let it in. All the love that has been offered to you in this life, some of it clearly, some of it imperfectly, some of it in ways you only recognized as love much later, let all of it in tonight. You deserve to receive the love that has been given to you. Sometimes we are better at loving than at being loved. better at the giving than the receiving. More comfortable in the role of the one who cares than the one who is cared for. And tonight, in this open and receptive state, we are practicing the other direction. We are letting it in. We are allowing ourselves to be loved. To feel the love of the people who have loved us, the love of the something larger that has been our companion all night, the love that is woven into the fabric of reality and that reaches toward you whether or not you are open enough to feel it. Tonight you are open enough. Let it in. Feel it entering your chest. All that love, from specific people, from the universe itself, from your own future self who looked at you with such tender gladness, from the part of you that chose to be here tonight, that chose this over 100 other ways you could have spent these hours. Let all of it in. Let your heart be filled. Really filled, not partially, not to a safe and manageable level, but completely. Let it overflow, even. Let it be more than your chest can hold so that it spills outward, naturally, warmly, the way a cup overfills and the water finds the path of least resistance and flows. Let love overflow from you tonight. Outward in every direction. Into the room around you. Into the walls of wherever you are resting. Into the world outside those walls. Into the darkness beyond the window, where the starlight is falling on everything, the streets, the trees, the other sleeping bodies in other beds in other rooms, each one of them also complex and wounded and striving and beautiful, each one of them also deserving of exactly this kind of warmth. Feel the love extending outward. Not by effort. Not by moral discipline. But by the natural overflow of something that has become genuinely full. Something that has no more room to contain what it is feeling and so it simply gives. Simply radiates. Simply shines in the direction of everything and everyone, without choosing, without measuring, without deciding who deserves it and who does not. This is the love frequency. This is what the ancient traditions have always pointed toward when they spoke of universal love, of the divine heart, of the great compassion that holds all things. Not a sentiment. Not a concept. This felt reality, the actual, physical, interior warmth of a heart that is genuinely full and genuinely open and genuinely radiating. You are experiencing it right now. Let it reach further now. Into lives you don't know. Into corners of the world you will never visit. Into the experience of people whose lives look nothing like yours, whose struggles you have not shared, whose joys you have not witnessed. Let your love reach them anyway, not because you know them, not because they have done anything to earn it, but simply because they are here. Because they are alive. Because they are feeling beings navigating a complex world with the same fundamental longing you carry, the longing to be safe, to be loved, to be seen, to belong, to feel, sometimes, just this, the warmth of knowing that their existence matters. That they are not alone. That something, somewhere, holds them in a warm and luminous regard. Your love can be that something. Right now. For someone you will never meet. Feel the vastness of that. The way love at this frequency has no limits. Does not stop at the edges of your personal story. Does not require relationship or history or even shared humanity. It extends, this love, as far as your awareness can reach and then further. Into everything. Into all of it. Into the whole extraordinary, suffering, joyful, complex, beautiful, endlessly unfolding story of life on this planet. And feel, as that love extends outward, how it does not diminish you. How it does not take anything from you. How you are not less for the giving of it but more. More full. More alive. More connected to the source of it which is, itself, inexhaustible. Which is, itself, the frequency of the universe. Which is, itself, the thing that everything in existence is, at its most fundamental level, made of. Love is not something the universe contains. Love is what the universe is. And you, In this moment, in this depth, in this extraordinary openness, you are feeling that. You are part of that. You are not a separate being learning to generate love in sufficient quantities. You are a temporary and beautiful expression of something that is itself entirely love, experiencing itself through the extraordinary instrument of a human heart. Your heart. This tender, courageous, luminous heart that has been through so much and is still, tonight, still open. Still willing. Still reaching toward connection with the same faithfulness it has always shown. That heart is not a flaw in your design. It is the design. It is the whole point. Stay here for a little while. In this warmth. In this openness. In this extraordinary frequency of love that your body is currently resonating with, that your cells are currently bathed in, that your deep mind is currently receiving and integrating and writing into the new code that is running in you from tonight forward. You are a being of love. Not as a spiritual achievement. As a statement of fact. As the most fundamental description of what you are when everything else has been stripped away and what remains is the simple, luminous, completely real truth of your own nature. Love is what you are. Feel it in your chest. In your hands. In your feet. In the very edges of you. Feel the boundary between you and the love around you growing softer, less like a wall and more like a membrane. Something permeable. Something that lets the love in and lets the love out with equal ease. Something that knows the difference between self and other is, at this frequency, more conceptual than real. More useful than true. At this frequency, there is only love. Loving and being loved. Giving and receiving in one continuous, circular, effortless flow. You are in that flow right now. Breathe in love. Breathe out love. In and out. Receive and give. Give and receive. Over and over, as natural as breathing, as effortless as the heartbeat, as ancient and as fundamental and as absolutely, unconditionally real as the starlight that is still there, always there, forever there, pouring through your open window. The window is your heart. It has been open all night. And what comes through it is this. Always this. Only this. Love. Rest inside it now. Let it be everything. Let it be the air you are breathing and the warmth you are resting in and the light that is filling you and the ground that is holding you and the vast and patient presence that has been with you every moment of this night. Let love be all of it. Because it is. It always has been. And you, beloved, luminous, completely and eternally held, you are finally, tonight, still enough to feel it. Breathe. Just breathe. And let love do the rest. You are resting in the most powerful state you will ever inhabit. Not because you have done something extraordinary to get here. Not because you have reached some rarefied level of spiritual attainment or perfected your practice or finally become worthy of the deep interior quiet you are currently experiencing. But simply because you are here, in this state of profound relaxation, in this extraordinary depth of openness, in this place where the conscious mind has softened and the deep mind is fully awake and the boundary between what you are and what the universe is has become, as we just felt together, more permeable than solid. This state, this exact state you are in right now, is the state from which everything is created. Not in the mechanical sense. Not in the sense of some cosmic vending machine that dispenses desires in exchange for the correct mental currency. But in the sense that matters most and is most real, the sense that who you are in your deepest interior determines the quality and the texture and the fundamental character of the life you live. The beliefs you hold at the subconscious level. The frequency you emanate from the center of your being. The quality of your attention and your expectation and your fundamental orientation toward life, whether you meet it braced or open, contracted or available, defended or willing to receive. That interior state is what creates your experience. Not magically. Not bypassing the real and necessary work of living, the showing up, the tending, the making of choices, the building of things over time. But fundamentally, as the ground from which all of that action grows. As the quality of the soil in which everything you plant either thrives or struggles. Tonight you have been tending that soil. All night, through every chapter, with every breath and every release and every truth that settled into the deep mind, you have been doing the most important creative work there is. The interior work. The invisible work. The work that no one else can see but that determines, more than any external effort, what becomes possible in your life. And right now, in this depth, in this openness, that work is available to the most fundamental creative act of all. Receiving. Not asking. Not demanding. Not visualizing with gritted teeth and concentrated effort and the anxious energy of someone who is not quite sure this is real but is trying very hard to make it work. Just receiving. The open-handed, open-hearted, completely relaxed and trusting receiving of someone who knows, at the cellular level, at the subconscious level, at every level that tonight has been tending, that good things are already on their way. That the universe is not withholding. That the gap between where you are and where you long to be is not a measure of your worth or your deservingness but simply of time and alignment. And tonight you are aligning. Feel that word. Alignment. Not striving towards something. Not pushing against something. Simply, aligning. The way a compass needle aligns with magnetic north. Not by effort. Not by concentration. By nature. By the releasing of everything that was keeping it pointing in the wrong direction. By getting out of the way of what it was always going to do if left to its own essential nature. You have been getting out of the way all night. Every release. Every softening. Every old belief that dissolved and every new truth that settled in. Every layer of defended self that became, in the warmth of this space, a little more permeable. All of it has been alignment. Has been the slow, patient, profound process of becoming available to what was always trying to reach you. And now, in this depth, you are more available than you have been in a long time. Perhaps more available than you have ever been. The soil is tended. The ground is ready. And the seeds that are about to be planted are not being forced into resistant earth but are being received, welcomed, even, by something that has been prepared to receive them. So let's begin. Think of something you genuinely desire. Not what you think you should want. Not what seems reasonable or realistic or safe to admit to wanting. Something real. Something that lives in the honest interior of you. The part that doesn't calculate or manage or preemptively protect itself from disappointment. Something that, when you allow yourself to feel it fully, creates a warmth in your chest and a sense of aliveness and a quiet, steady pull that you have learned to recognize as the call of your own becoming. It might be something tangible, a circumstance, a relationship, a form of abundance, a particular expression of your gifts in the world. It might be something interior, a quality of peace, a freedom from something that has long constrained you, a depth of connection you have not yet fully known. It might be something you have been carrying for years, or something that has only recently made itself known. Whatever it is, let it be present now. Let it be real. Let it have its full size. You are allowed to want this. You have always been allowed to want this. Wanting is not a weakness. Desire is not a flaw. The longing that lives in you, the genuine, soul-level longing for more life, more love, more expression, more connection, more of whatever it is your particular and irreplaceable soul came here to experience, that longing is not a distraction from your spiritual path. It is the path. It is the soul's way of navigating toward its own fulfillment. Its way of pointing toward what it came here to know and do and be and feel. Trust your desire. Let it be present. Now, feel it. Not as a lack. Not as the painful gap between where you are and where you want to be, but as a presence. A reality. The thing you desire exists, not yet in your physical experience, but in the field of what is possible. In the quantum space of potential. In the luminous, unlimited, endlessly generative space from which all experience eventually emerges. It is there. Right now. Waiting, not passively, but actively, with the kind of alive and oriented energy that all potential things have before they become actual. It is already real at the level where things are most fundamentally real. And tonight, in this alignment, in this openness, you are bringing yourself into proximity with it. Into the same frequency. Into the resonance that makes the journey from potential to actual not a matter of force or strategy but of recognition. Of two things that belong together finally being close enough to find each other. Feel that proximity now. The nearness of your desire. Not as a desperate reaching but as a warm awareness. The sense of something that is yours, genuinely, rightfully, beautifully yours, being close. Being, in some way that defies ordinary spatial logic, right here. Right in this room. Right in this breath. Already somehow present in the quality of the air. Breathe it in. Literally. Breathe in the reality of what you desire. Let your body feel it as already true. Not pretending, not performing a certainty you don't feel, but genuinely feeling, even if only for this moment, what it would be like to have already received what you are reaching toward. What does your body feel like when this thing is yours? When the desire has been fulfilled, when the gap has been closed, when the potential has become actual and you are living inside what you longed for. Feel it. From the inside. Your body in that reality. The quality of your morning. The way you breathe. The particular ease, or joy, or peace, or aliveness, that comes with having arrived at what your soul was pointing toward. Feel it as completely and as physically as you can. Let it be real enough in your body right now that your nervous system genuinely doesn't know the difference between this feeling and the actual having of it. Because at the level of the subconscious mind, which cannot distinguish between vivid experience and actual experience, which responds to both with the same faithful biochemistry, you are having it right now. And every moment your body spends in that feeling, you are building new neural pathways. New default settings. New baseline expectations. You are teaching your deep mind, that vast and faithful and endlessly responsive deep mind that runs everything from below, you are teaching it what is normal for you. What to expect. What to organize your interior life around. This is how desires become reality. Not through the desperate, effortful, anxious energy of needing something to happen. But through this. Through the quiet, deep, completely relaxed inhabiting of what it feels like to already have it. Through the patient, trusting, completely available alignment with the frequency of your own fulfilled desire. Stay in that feeling. Rest in it. Let it be the atmosphere you are breathing right now, warm and real and completely yours. And now, here is the most important thing. The thing that separates genuine manifestation from wishful thinking. The thing that your higher self, who has been speaking to you all night, most wants you to understand. Release it. Not because it doesn't matter. Not because you don't deserve it or can't have it. But because the releasing is the final and most essential act of genuine receiving. Because holding on too tightly, carrying the desire with the anxious grip of someone who isn't sure it will come, is itself the thing that creates distance. That closes the hands that need to be open. That contracts the very spaciousness that allows things to arrive. The open hand. The posture of receiving. This is what releases the outcome into the capable hands of something larger than your own management. Something that can orchestrate the pathways and the timing and the particular form the fulfillment takes, in ways that your conscious mind, for all its intelligence and effort, could never engineer. You don't need to engineer this. You need to trust it. To desire it genuinely and then release it completely. To want it fully and then rest in the certainty that the wanting has been heard, that the alignment has been made, that the universe, which is not indifferent to your desire but is, in fact, conspiring in the most loving possible way toward your fulfillment, that the universe has received your signal and is already, in ways seen and unseen, moving in response. Feel that now. The releasing. The open hands. The deep exhale of someone who has done what was theirs to do and can now trust the rest to something larger. Feel the relief of it. The extraordinary, almost physical relief of not having to manage this. Of being able to let it go, not because you have given up, but because you trust so completely that the letting go itself is an act of faith. Is the most powerful thing you can do. Is, in fact, the whole practice distilled to its essence. I desire this. I am worthy of this. I align with this. And I release this, completely, trustingly, joyfully, into the hands of something that loves me and knows the way. Breathe that out. All of it. The desire and the alignment and the trust and the release, all in one long, slow, completely surrendered exhale. And in the space that follows. In the clean, open, perfectly empty space after the exhale and before the next breath. Feel it. The presence of something responding. Something vast and warm and completely oriented toward you. Something that received your signal the moment you sent it and has been moving toward you ever since and is, right now, in this breath, in this silence, closer than you know. Trust that. Let it be enough. Let the knowing that you have aligned, that you have released, that the universe is responding, let that be enough for tonight. You don't need to see the evidence yet. You don't need the confirmation. Evidence follows alignment. It always does. Not always in the timing or the form you expect, but always. Always. The universe does not receive genuine alignment and do nothing with it. It cannot. It is not in its nature. It is in its nature to respond. To move. To find the pathways and open the doors and orchestrate the meetings and arrange the circumstances that bring desire and reality into contact. It is doing that right now. While you sleep. In the invisible, patient, luminous work of a universe that is fundamentally on your side. Rest in that now. In the certainty of a universe that is on your side. That has received you tonight, your openness, your release, your alignment, your trust. That is holding your desire with more care and more wisdom than you could bring to holding it yourself. Let it go. Let it be held by something larger. And feel, as you release, the extraordinary lightness of someone who has stopped carrying what was never fully theirs to carry alone. Who has given it, finally and completely, to the something that has always been waiting to help. You are not alone in this. You have never been alone in this. The desire is held. The alignment is real. The response is already in motion. And you, open, trusting, luminous, completely surrendered to something wonderful, you can rest now. Fully. Completely. In the absolute peace of someone who knows that things are working out. That the trajectory is good. That what is yours is finding its way to you, across the invisible distances, through the unseen pathways, in the perfect timing of something that is wiser than worry and more patient than urgency and more loving than you have yet allowed yourself to fully believe. Believe it tonight. Let it be real tonight. Let the universe do its beautiful, patient, luminous work. And sleep. Just sleep. Into the goodness that is already coming. You are already there. Not almost. Not approaching. Not getting closer with each breath, as though the higher self were a destination across some interior distance that could be measured in effort or time or spiritual progress. You are already there. You have been there all night. You have been there every moment of your life, in the moments you felt it and in the moments you didn't, in the bright seasons and the dark ones, in the experiences of clarity and the long stretches of fog. The higher self is not somewhere else. It is not above you in any literal sense, though we sometimes speak of it that way because height is how we intuitively describe things that feel more expansive, more clear, more free of the particular gravity of ordinary life. But it is not up. It is not out. It is not at the end of a long enough spiritual journey. It is here. It is you. The most essential, most undistorted, most fully itself version of you, present right now, in this body, in this breath, in this extraordinary depth of quiet you have reached tonight. What separates you from the experience of it is not distance. It is density. The accumulated density of thought and story and identity and the particular weight of being a human person in a complex world. The higher self is always present the way stars are always present, not only at night, not only when the conditions are right for seeing them, but always. In the middle of the brightest day, the stars are there. You simply cannot see them through the light. Tonight the light has dimmed. Tonight the density has thinned. Tonight, through the patient work of every chapter that brought you here, every release and every softening and every truth that settled into the deep mind and every moment of love and every breath of alignment, tonight the sky of your interior is clear enough, quiet enough, dark enough in the most beautiful sense of that word, for the stars to be visible. For the higher self to be not just present, which it always is, but felt. Known. Directly, immediately, without the mediation of concept or belief or the second-hand knowing of someone else's description of what it is like. This is what it is like. Right now. This. The quality of awareness you are resting in at this moment, this open, spacious, soft and luminous awareness that is neither asleep nor fully awake but something between and beyond both, this is the quality of the higher self's awareness. This is how it always experiences itself. Without urgency. Without the contracted focus of problem solving or the anxious scanning of someone monitoring for threat. Just this. Wide. Still. Present to everything simultaneously without being overwhelmed by anything. You know this quality. You have touched it before, in moments of great beauty, or great love, or the particular stillness that sometimes descends after something difficult has passed and you are left in the clean quiet of its aftermath. In meditation, perhaps. In the first moments of waking before the day rushes in. In the rare and precious experience of being so fully present that the usual narrator falls silent and there is just this. Just the direct experience of being alive. That quality. That is the higher self. Not a separate being hovering above you. Not a more evolved future version accessed through enough practice. But this quality of awareness, available to you right now, in this body, in this ordinary human life, as the most fundamental nature of what you are when everything else has been set aside. You have set everything aside tonight. And what remains is this. Breathe it. Inhabit it. Let this quality of awareness be what you are, right now, rather than something you are observing from a slight remove. Let it be not the object of your attention but the subject. Not what you are noticing but the noticer itself. The awareness that is aware of awareness. The presence that is present to its own presence. This is the shift that changes everything. Not the content of what you notice. Not the thoughts or the feelings or the sensations or the visions or the insights. But the quality of the noticing itself. The nature of the awareness that is doing the noticing. When you are identified with the smaller self, the personality self, the story self, the self that has a history and a name and a collection of wounds and achievements and beliefs, you notice from inside all of that. Everything you perceive is colored by it. Filtered through it. Given meaning by it. The world you experience is, in a very real sense, the world that self constructs. But when you rest in the awareness of the higher self, when you make this shift, however briefly, however subtly, you notice from a different position. From a position that is not inside the story but behind it. Not caught up in the experience but present to it. Not defined by any particular thought or feeling but the space in which all thoughts and feelings arise and pass without disturbing the fundamental stillness. You are in that space right now. Feel the stillness of it. Not the stillness of nothing happening, the stillness of something so vast and so complete that it contains everything without being moved by any of it. The stillness of deep water. The stillness of the sky. The stillness of the space between stars, which is not empty but full. Full of the dark matter and the dark energy and the invisible forces that hold everything together. Full of potential. Full of the quiet, patient, inexhaustible creative power that the universe is always exercising from its own still center. You have a still center. It is not somewhere you have to find or build or earn access to. It is what you are, at the most fundamental level. The still center around which everything else, all the thought and feeling and experience and story, orbits. Like planets around a sun. Always in motion, always changing, always complex and dynamic and sometimes chaotic. And the sun, still. Luminous. Absolutely present. Absolutely unchanged by anything that orbits it. You are the sun tonight. Not the planets. Feel that. The quality of being the still center rather than one of the orbiting things. The quality of being what everything else moves around rather than being something that is moved. Not rigid, the sun is not rigid, it is burning, it is alive with the most extraordinary dynamic activity. But centered. Grounded in its own nature. Secure in what it is regardless of what circles it. That is you. That is the higher self. That is what you have always been beneath everything that orbited and sometimes obscured and occasionally made it very difficult to remember that you were the sun and not one of the spinning things. From this place, from this still, luminous, centered place, perception is different. Let's explore that together for a moment. From the position of the higher self, what do you notice about your life? Not from the anxious perspective of the personality self, not from the place that is always evaluating and comparing and worrying about whether things are going well enough or whether you are doing it right. But from here. From this wide, still, completely undefended vantage point. From the perspective of something that loves you completely and knows your whole story and has been with you through every chapter of it and sees, from this elevation, from this clarity, sees the arc of it. From here, your life looks different. From here, the things that loom largest in your ordinary awareness, the worries, the unresolved questions, the places where you feel stuck or uncertain or behind, from here they have a different scale. They are real. They matter. The higher self does not dismiss them or bypass them with spiritual platitudes. But it holds them within a larger context. Within the awareness of a story that is still unfolding. Within the knowledge that you have moved through every difficulty that has come before this one and that the trajectory of your becoming, however winding and however slow, is genuine. Is real. Is pointing somewhere. From here, you can see your own courage. The higher self has witnessed every brave thing you have ever done, including the ones no one else saw. Including the ones you don't give yourself credit for. The 1,000 small and private acts of choosing growth over comfort, choosing honesty over easy, choosing to keep going when stopping would have been so much simpler. The higher self has seen all of it. Has held all of it. Has never, not for a single moment, confused any of it for anything less than extraordinary. Let yourself be seen like that tonight. By your own higher self. By the part of you that holds your whole story with such complete and loving clarity. Let yourself be seen, fully, honestly, without the editing you usually do when you look at yourself. Without the harsh reductions. Without the selective emphasis on what went wrong and the dismissal of what went right. The whole picture. Let the higher self show you the whole picture of who you are. And what the whole picture shows is this. A being of genuine depth and genuine light who has navigated an extraordinarily complex human experience with more grace than they know. Who has loved imperfectly and genuinely. Who has failed and recovered and failed again and kept, with remarkable persistence, reaching toward something they could feel but not always name. Reaching toward this, perhaps. Toward this quality of interior connection. Toward this felt sense of being at home in themselves and in the universe simultaneously. You have been reaching toward this your whole life. And tonight you have arrived. Not permanently, the ordinary mind will reassert itself, the density will return, the stars will be harder to see in the bright light of regular days. But you have arrived here tonight. And having arrived here once, you can arrive here again. More easily next time. More quickly. Because the body remembers. The deep mind remembers. The nervous system remembers what it felt like to be here and will, given the right conditions, find its way back. Every night you spend in this space is an investment. Every time you return here, the path becomes a little more worn, a little easier to find, a little more like something you know rather than something you are discovering for the first time. You are building a path home tonight. You are, with every breath in this depth, making it more possible to live from this place. Not just in meditation. Not just in the rare and quiet moments when conditions happen to align. But gradually, slowly, in the texture of ordinary days, bringing a little more of this quality, this spaciousness, this stillness, this luminous and undefended presence into the moments when you are not lying in the dark listening to your own higher self speak to you. Into the meetings and the meals and the conversations and the 100 small decisions that make up a life. This is what it means to embody the higher self. Not to transcend the ordinary but to bring this quality into it. To be, in the middle of the mundane, someone who knows where they come from. Who can touch, even briefly, even imperfectly, the still center underneath all the spinning. Who can meet difficulty from this place rather than reacting from the contracted, defended, frightened personality self. You are practicing that right now. Even resting here, you are practicing it. The body is learning. The nervous system is learning. The deep mind is learning. What it feels like to be here. What it feels like to rest in the awareness of the higher self rather than struggling in the noise of the smaller one. And the higher self, your higher self, the one that has been speaking to you all night through these words, through this quality of presence, through the warmth and the light and the particular voice that has been reaching through every chapter towards something in you that recognized it, your higher self has things it wants you to know. Not as pronouncements. Not as revelations delivered from on high. But as quiet, warm, completely certain knowing. The kind that doesn't need to be announced because it simply is. The way the sun doesn't announce its rising. It simply rises. The way starlight doesn't announce itself. It simply falls. Your higher self knows that you are going to be alright. More than alright. It has seen where this is going, not in a fixed or fated sense, not as a predetermined script, but as a trajectory. As the natural unfolding of a soul that is genuinely engaged with its own becoming. And where that trajectory leads is good. Is genuinely, beautifully good. Not free of difficulty, the higher self doesn't promise that, wouldn't if it could, because the difficulty is part of what makes the journey real. But good. Fundamentally, deeply, ultimately good. Your higher self knows that every door that has ever closed was making room for something more aligned with who you actually are. Every loss that felt like only loss was also, in ways that may not yet be fully visible, a clearing. A making room. A painful but necessary movement towards something truer. Your higher self knows that you are loved. Without condition. Without limit. By something that has known you longer than you have known yourself and will know you longer than you can imagine and has never, not for a single breath of your existence, looked at you and found you wanting. Your higher self knows that you are enough. Has always known it. Will always know it. And is patiently, tenderly, with the infinite patience of something that exists outside of time, waiting for you to know it too. As fully and as consistently as it is known here. In this space. Tonight. Your higher self knows that you came here for something specific. Something particular to you. A contribution that only you can make, a love that only you can give, a perspective that only your particular combination of experience and sensitivity and depth and gift can offer to the world. And it knows that you are making progress. Real progress. Even when it doesn't feel like it. Even in the seasons of confusion and stagnation and self-doubt. Especially then. Because the underground work, the invisible, interior, subterranean work of becoming, happens most profoundly in exactly those seasons. You are becoming. Right now. Tonight. In this depth. In this stillness. In this extraordinary, intimate, luminous communion with the most essential version of yourself. Let that be enough for tonight. Let the knowing of your own higher self be what you rest inside as the deeper sleep approaches. Let its awareness be what your awareness is relaxing into, like a smaller light relaxing into a larger one. Not disappearing. Not losing itself. Just expanding. Merging. Becoming, for the duration of these sleeping hours, a little less separate from the vast and loving intelligence that it has always been part of. You are the awareness. You are the light. You are the stillness at the center of everything. And you are, right now, in this breath, in this beautiful and sacred depth, home. Completely, finally, luminously home. Rest there now. In the higher self. In the still center. In the vast, warm, completely certain awareness of something that loves you beyond measure and knows you beyond words and holds you, always, in every moment, without exception, in the most tender and luminous regard. You are known. You are loved. You are home. Breathe. Just breathe. And be. There is someone who has been waiting for you. Not impatiently. Not with resentment for how long it has taken, not with the particular pain of someone who has been forgotten and knows it. But with the kind of waiting that only the very young and the very old truly know, the waiting that has no urgency in it because time, at that depth, moves differently. The waiting that is less like holding your breath and more like sitting quietly in a warm room, knowing that eventually, when the moment is right, the door will open. Tonight the door is opening. And on the other side of it is you. A smaller you. An earlier you. The you that existed before the world had finished teaching you who to be. Before the accommodations and the adjustments and the careful calibrations of a self learning to navigate a world that was sometimes too large and too loud and too complex for the small heart that was trying to understand it. The you that felt everything so intensely and didn't yet have the words for any of it. The you that needed more than was sometimes available. The you that learned, in ways that felt necessary at the time, to need less. To feel less. To take up less space. To make itself smaller and quieter and more manageable so that the world around it could be easier. So that the people it depended on could be more available. So that love, which felt conditional on good behavior, on not being too much, on being the right kind of child in the right kind of way, could be more reliably received. That child is still in you. They have always been in you. Not as a wound that needs to be extracted or a problem that needs to be solved, but as a presence. A living, feeling, endlessly real presence that has been carrying the weight of those early adaptations every single day of your life since they were made. That has been doing its best, with the understanding of a child, to keep you safe in a world it learned very early could be unpredictable. That has been running its protective strategies, the ones that made sense then, the ones that cost you something now, with tireless and completely faithful dedication. That child deserves to be found tonight. So let yourself go back. Not to relive anything painful, not to re-enter any experience that hurt you with your adult self absent and the original vulnerability intact. But with your adult self fully present. With everything you have grown into, the capacity, the wisdom, the resources, the love, brought back to meet the one who was there before any of that existed. Who was doing their best long before you had the tools you have now. Let an image arise, gently and without force, of yourself as a child. Whatever age comes naturally, whatever version of your younger self presents itself in this quiet space. It might be very young, or somewhere in the middle of childhood, or on the edge of adolescence. Trust whatever arrives. Your deeper self knows which version needs this meeting most tonight. See this child. Really see them. Not with analysis, not with the clinical distance of someone reviewing an old photograph, but with the full warmth of your present awareness. Notice how they look. The particular way they hold their body, whether it is open or already a little guarded, whether it carries ease or some beginning of the tension that would later become familiar. Notice their eyes. The particular quality of what lives there, the intelligence, the sensitivity, the enormous feeling capacity that was always one of their defining characteristics, the thing that made them who they are and also made the world sometimes feel like too much. This child is remarkable. Even now, looking at them from the vantage point of everything you have become, you can see it. The extraordinary nature of them. The depth that was always there, even before it had been tempered by experience and shaped by time. The light. That particular, irreducible, completely original light that has always been the most essential thing about you, it is visible in this child. Perhaps more visible than it has been since, because it hasn't yet learned to dim itself for the comfort of others. See that light. Let it move you. Let the sight of your own childhood self, carrying that light, being that light, not yet knowing how precious and how remarkable it was, let it open something in your chest. Some tenderness. Some recognition. Some quality of love that perhaps surprises you with its intensity. Because this is not a stranger you are looking at. This is you. The most undefended, most original, most fundamentally real version of you that has ever existed. And they need you. Not to save them, you cannot change what happened, and the intention tonight is not to rewrite the past but to heal its present residue. They need you to see them. To really, fully, without flinching see them as they are, with all their need and all their sensitivity and all the places where they didn't receive what they needed and adapted as best they could. And to say, from the fullness of your adult self, from the depth and the warmth and the complete availability you have cultivated all night, to say, I see you. I am here. You are not alone anymore. Move toward them now. However your awareness wants to move, walking, or simply being present, or letting the distance between you and this child collapse gently, naturally, the way two things that belong together find their way to proximity. Move toward them and feel, as you get closer, the particular vulnerability of them. The smallness. Not in a diminishing sense, this child is not small in any way that matters, but in the physical sense. In the sense of how much world there is and how recently they arrived in it and how much they are still learning about how to be here. You were brave. Even then. Even as this small person navigating all of that. You were so brave. Tell them that. Let that knowing move from you to them, wordlessly if words feel insufficient, with words if words feel right. The bravery. The remarkable bravery of being that small and feeling that much and continuing to show up, day after day, in a world that was still being understood. Of loving people who were themselves imperfect and sometimes unavailable. Of reaching for connection even when connection was sometimes painful. Of keeping the heart open even as it was learning all the reasons it might want to close. Brave. So extraordinarily brave. Sit with this child now. Wherever they are, however they are, sit with them. Let your presence be the thing that fills the space around them. The warm, solid, completely reliable presence of someone who is not going anywhere. Who is not busy with something more important. Who is not distracted or overwhelmed or operating from their own unmet needs. Who is, simply and completely, here. For this child. For this version of you that needed this, needs this, more than perhaps you have yet understood. Let them feel your presence. Let it be something they can lean against. Something warm and solid that they can let their weight fall into without fear that it will move or disappear or require something from them in return. Just presence. Just warmth. Just the completely unconditional being here of someone who loves them not for what they do or how they behave or how little trouble they make but simply for what they are. What they are is wonderful. Let them feel you knowing that. Now, think about what this child most needed. In the seasons when need was highest and availability was lowest. In the moments when they were confused or frightened or lonely and didn't have the words for any of it. In the times when they reached for connection and found instead distance or distraction or the particular painful absence of a presence that was physically there but emotionally somewhere else. What did they need to hear? What were the words that would have changed things, not fixed everything, not made the imperfect perfect, but softened the particular edges that cut deepest? Perhaps it was, you are not too much. Your feelings are not a problem. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. You don't have to earn your place here. You don't have to manage your emotions to make others comfortable. You don't have to be different than you are to deserve love. Perhaps it was, what happened was not your fault. You didn't cause it. You couldn't have fixed it. The failures of the people around you were not reflections of your worth. Their limitations were not your limitations. Their inability to give you what you needed was not evidence that you were unworthy of receiving it. Perhaps it was simply, I see you. I am proud of you. You are doing so well. I know it is hard. I know you feel things so deeply and the world doesn't always make room for that and sometimes it is genuinely overwhelming. I see that. I honor that. And I am here. Say it now. Whatever this child most needed to hear. Say it from the fullness of your adult self to the reality of your younger self. Let it be real. Let it be genuine. Let it carry the full weight of everything you know now that you didn't know then, about how remarkable you were, about how much you were doing right, about how none of what was hard was your fault and all of what was luminous was genuinely, brilliantly you. Feel the child receiving it. Feel them, perhaps tentatively at first, the way a person who has learned not to trust softness approaches it slowly, tests it gently before leaning in. And then, as the warmth proves itself reliable, as your presence proves itself steady, feel them begin to settle. To soften. The small shoulders dropping from their guarded position. The breathing deepening. The eyes, perhaps, growing bright with something that is part relief and part recognition. The recognition of, this is what I needed. This is what I always needed. And it is finally here. Let them lean into you now. Let them rest against the warm solidity of your adult self, everything you have become, everything you have survived and learned and grown into, let them feel the full reality of it. Not as an achievement you are presenting to them but as a home you are offering them. As a safety they are finally, fully receiving. You are safe now. I have you. Nothing is going to hurt you the way it hurt you then. You are not alone. You have never truly been alone, and from tonight forward you will feel that more fully, more consistently, more genuinely than you have before. Because I am making you a promise right now. Right here. In this sacred space between who you were and who you are. I will not abandon you. I will not be too busy for you. I will not require you to manage your feelings to make me comfortable. I will not make you earn your place. I will not ask you to be different than you are. I will show up for you. In the moments of ordinary difficulty and the moments of real pain. In the confused times and the lonely times and the times when the feelings get very large and very loud and very difficult to carry alone. I will be here. You are not too much. You were never too much. You were always, always, exactly right. Feel the child hearing that. Feel something shift in them at the cellular level, the same level where so much of the original wounding happened. The subconscious mind that recorded every message of conditional love and not enoughness and too muchness, feel it receiving this now. The counter message. The true message. The one that should have been the primary message from the beginning but wasn't always, because the people who were supposed to give it were themselves carrying their own wounds, their own received messages of unworthiness and conditional love. The cycle ends here. Tonight. In this body. In this healing. In this extraordinary act of a person choosing to give themselves what they needed and didn't always receive. Of becoming the parent they needed. The friend they needed. The witness they needed. Of looking at the child they were and finding them, not despite their sensitivity and their intensity and their enormous feeling heart, but because of all of it, completely, unreservedly, profoundly worthy of love. You are worthy of love. You have always been worthy of love. That child was worthy of love. And tonight, in this meeting, in this offering of your warmth and your presence and your complete and unconditional seeing, that child is receiving love. Real love. The deepest kind. The kind that comes from within rather than from outside. The kind that cannot be taken away by anyone's limitations or anyone's absence or any shift in circumstance or behavior. The love you give yourself tonight is permanent. It has nowhere to go. It is yours. Feel it settling into the child. Feel them becoming softer, warmer, more at ease. Feel the defenses, those early, intelligent, necessary defenses, beginning, very gently, to relax. Not disappear. You don't need them to disappear. They are part of you. But to soften. To become less like walls and more like doors. To let some of the warmth out and some of the world in, selectively, wisely, with the discernment that your adult self has developed and can now offer to the part of you that has been operating on old safety protocols designed for a reality that has long since changed. The reality has changed. You are safe now. Genuinely, deeply, fundamentally safe, not because the world has become perfectly benevolent or perfectly reliable, but because you have become more capable of navigating it. More resourced. More able to meet what comes with the fullness of what you are rather than the smallness of what you felt you were allowed to be. And this child, this beloved, luminous, remarkable child, this child is part of that capacity. Not despite their sensitivity but because of it. Not despite their enormous feeling heart but because of it. The depth of your feeling is not a wound to be healed. It is a gift to be integrated. The sensitivity that made the world hard to navigate is the same sensitivity that makes you capable of extraordinary perception, extraordinary connection, extraordinary love. It was never the problem. It was always the treasure. Tell the child that now. Let them know that the thing they were perhaps made to feel was their greatest liability, the depth of their feeling, the intensity of their caring, the way they took everything in so completely and were so profoundly affected by everything around them. Tell them that is the best thing about them. The most valuable thing. The thing that will allow them to love deeply and perceive clearly and contribute something genuine and irreplaceable to the world they are growing into. They are going to be alright. Tell them that. They are going to be more than alright. They are going to grow into someone remarkable, someone who takes everything they carried and transforms it, with time and care and exactly this kind of interior work, into something luminous. Into wisdom. Into the particular depth of compassion that can only come from having genuinely suffered and genuinely healed and genuinely chosen, again and again, to keep the heart open. That is who they become. That is who you are. Let them see you. Let this child look at the person you have grown into, not perfectly, not without wounds still being tended, but genuinely, beautifully, unmistakably yourself, and let them feel the pride of it. The recognition. The quiet, profound relief of seeing that it works out. That the story, with all its difficulty, leads somewhere real and somewhere good and somewhere luminous. They are going to be you. And you are wonderful. Now, gently, warmly, with all the love this night has opened in you, take this child's hand. Or hold them. Or simply let your presence enfold theirs in whatever way feels most natural. And bring them with you. Not back to the difficulties of their past but forward. Into the present. Into this adult life, this adult body, this adult capacity for navigating the world with the full resources of everything you have become. Bring the child home. Into you. Into the warmth of your present self. Let them be integrated, not erased, not overcome, not transcended, but genuinely welcomed. Made a real and honored and beloved part of the whole of who you are. Because they are part of the whole. The most tender part. The most original part. The part that remembers what it felt like to experience the world before the defenses went up. Before the accommodations. Before the careful management of self for the comfort of others. The part that still knows, somewhere beneath everything, how to be completely present. How to be moved by small things. How to find the extraordinary in the ordinary. How to love without calculation. That is the gift the inner child brings back. The gift of original presence. Of unmediated feeling. Of the particular aliveness that belongs to something that has not yet learned to protect itself from life by holding life at a careful distance. Welcome it back tonight. Welcome yourself back tonight. The whole self. The full self. The self that includes the wounds and the child and the defenses and the luminosity and the ordinary human messiness and the extraordinary spiritual depth. All of it. Welcome. All of it. Home. Feel the wholeness of that. The particular, profound, entirely real sense of being more complete than you were before this night began. Of having retrieved something that was lost. Of having offered something that was needed. Of having met yourself, all of yourself, with the full warmth of your own open heart. The starlight through the window falls on all of it. The adult and the child. The wound and the gift. The defended self and the open one. All of it equally illuminated. All of it equally beloved. All of it part of the one luminous, irreplaceable, completely worthy of love thing that you are. Rest now. Both of you. Together. The adult and the child, held in the same warm and luminous space, breathing the same deep and easy breath, resting in the same complete and unconditional safety. You found each other tonight. And neither of you will be quite as alone again. That is the gift of this night. Of this chapter. Of this brave and beautiful act of turning toward the part of yourself that most needed turning toward and saying, with your whole heart, without reservation. I see you. I love you. I am here. Rest now. Both of you. Just rest.